gonna break that down. Now, that is the problem. We keep listening to these YouTube talking points that we need to bust up, tear that shit away. Because majority of the men that speak on relationship advice have not had access to women like that. Let's just be honest and be real. And I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying in the chat because y'all know one damn thing. I'm one handsome man. Let's get that together. I've always had access of women. Always. That's number one on that. But we need to stop this shit as if men are really, they're giving these men horrible advice. They truly are. That's why I said, and I'm going to stick with my premise of showing them it all, teaching them it all. It is about building a foundation. When you're grown and you get my age, you'll understand that. But it is about building a foundation with that person that you want. If a woman is making you wait, she's trying to figure out what is your intention. That means if you really like her and you're building a love for her, then you will wait as a man. I'm only speaking as a man.
If you respect that woman.
And that's what I just said. Now, mind you, like I said, I have raised 7 men.
All right. And so I do agree with that. If that's that woman's standard, right? So if that is that woman's standard, say, hey, listen, I'm on a date with the intention of this place going somewhere, and I do not want to be intimate with you because that's going to cloud my judgment with you. So you start kissing on me and touching me in certain places, and especially since I'm not being touched in the current moment, I do not need that to cloud my judgment. That is just a respect thing. And then now you got to figure out if you want to deal with that type of woman. Is this woman and men that's like what Tiff is saying, first night they get it popping, they get married? Does that happen? Absolutely. Do sometimes it turns into 20-year marriages? Absolutely. Do sometimes it turn into 6-month marriages? Absolutely. We see it. We see it happen in these YouTube spaces even.
Why are you talking about me, Sharon? You ain't had to tell that I slept with him on the first night and we've been married all the years. You're wrong for that.
So we do understand that it can happen, right? And I also want to have the conversation. So it's no real such thing as good vagina.
Sis,
that's a lie.
Yeah, no, that's a lie. Wait. Yesterday she told us she was a video lady. Mom, I love your life. Please write a book. Please do an audible.
But she ain't lying, Tiff. She ain't lying. She ain't lying.
Absolutely nothing. And PhD, when I say I come over here to get my life because I love the way the women that over here women, I fucking love it. Yes to this.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's why I do understand that. However, if we want to just give the advice for the best outcomes, I think we do have to tailor it a certain way. And I think if we give advice for the best outcomes, I believe no intimacy before you learn who the person is, and y'all can exchange your character, y'all can exchange your value system, how y'all see each other in the next 5 years, and both parties is working towards the history of it. So now you have something to look back on and say, oh, we started here and we got to X, and now we're going to move on to Y. Now you kind of have an understanding and say, hey, I'm going to put some trust in this person, because no matter what, you got to put trust in your partner. If you don't have no trust in your partner, I don't care what it is, it's not going to work. You have to put some trust in that person. It is what it is.
Let me just say this real quick, and I apologize. Big Bad Bull said that it is not enough to sustain most men. However, long distance relationships is a whole other thing. But even so, there will need to be some form of intimacy, especially for grown folks. Here is the thing. What are y'all actually viewing as intimacy? Because all I ever hear anyone saying is physical touch, right? Things involving physical touch. This is why most relationships do not have longevity. What is intimate for those that are religious is having a conversation about religion. What is intimate is sharing your life story with someone. What is intimate is sharing the foundations, building a future, sharing dreams, creating pathways and plans to get to the next level as a family. See, that is what true intimacy is. A lot of y'all forget as you get older, your penis stop working and your vagina dries up. So after your penis don't work, your vagina is dry as hell. What the hell you gonna do to maintain your relationship? Let's talk. If we want to have grown conversations and we want to be real, your looks fade, you put on
Fear
weight.
mongering. Fear mongering.
Oh Lord.
What? These
I,
are
Also,
facts. These are
that
scientific
could be
facts.
Hey,
from a
Raw.
woman,
Hey, Raw, to piggyback
All
off
right,
but
all
from
what
a
right.
Raw
man,
Hold on,
was
it's
hold on.
saying.
Shimon,
You're
Shimon,
gonna be
Hold
younger
on.
longer
All
than
right,
you're
all right.
gonna be
Hold on,
older.
hold
I
on.
No,
Okay,
no,
promise you
hold
no.
that.
on, everybody.
I'm
Hold on,
adding it,
everybody.
Raw, and
Hold
Jesus
on.
Raw
Let's
was
keep.
just
Christ.
Hold
telling.
on, hold on. We are doing good. Let's keep the
Okay,
great
now,
conversation going
look,
because
Raw was
we
saying,
gotta
just like
understand this.
Fabian
I
saying, is
got you,
about
Playboy. Hold on one second.
conversation, Shawan.
Hold on one second, Mr. Williams. So we gotta understand that it's fair mongering, and we gotta stop down on both sides of the conversation, right? Because we also saying that, hey, if you don't give it up, then you're not gonna be in contention for your mate. Well, we know that's fair mongering as well. And also we hear that body count matters. So therefore, if you're giving it up to see if you are wanting to be with that person, you're also a hoe. And then if a kid come out of it, you absolutely a hoe. Now you only to have fun with if you're looking for a good man. So like we gotta be very careful. And this is why I believe the higher percentage is no intimacy until you figure out if you and that person are going to be committed. It's probably the best way, and hopefully both
I
parties are
agree.
being honest. I think that is the best way to move forward if that's what you are looking for, is a strong character and value system relationship. I want to also get it OtisWho podcast. You've been patient. So we're gonna get OtisWho in there, Omni, etc. And then we can get back to
Is
just
that a bird? Is that a bird?
absolutely.
I live in paradise, so I apologize.
Ciao,
Is my
ciao.
mic coming through okay?
You
Is
sound
my
good.
mic coming through okay? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Peace to the panel and the chat. How's everybody doing today? I'm joining late.
Peace,
I
peace.
heard the whole conversation and it started. It's a lot that was said, but I want to say this for the off the top. I have a 29-year-old daughter, and I agree with 99.5% of everything that what Raw is talking about. Because as a father, as a man, of course, you would want your daughter to have those types of criteria within herself, have respect for herself, because we know how men are. A small section of men, a small sector of men, they can be a little bit overzealous, a little bit. We already know how it goes. So me having a daughter, I want her to follow the same methods that Raw is talking about, 100%. In reality, we know it's a little different. We already know that. We all been men. I've been in high school, I've girlfriends, all that. I'm happily married now. Been with my woman since 1998. So I understand exactly what's going on. There is no more courtship. I don't think the people today know how to court. They have no idea what that is. I'm outside. I see the men and the women. The first time they go out, they automatically girlfriend and boyfriend. That's what's going on. They don't know each other. They have no inkling or anything, but they're in their mind. They're in a relationship. They give up the panties too quick for whatever reason. I don't understand that. When I was going out with my wife, it took me about 6 months. And I'm going to even lie. I remember what Tupac said. I don't want it if it's that easy. Now, if she would have gave it to me, of course I would have took it. But the big picture, optically, I would have felt a certain way. She gave it up too fast. Damn. Now, that don't mean that she's a bad person. No, I'm not going to say that. But that is parts of the criteria. Do you really want to be with somebody long term that gives it up that quick? I personally don't, but it could happen. There are off. They're all little. There's outliners. They're out there, but I don't look for that. But I land my plane. I'm rambling, but I like this conversation. It needs to be talked about. I like this.
Okay. Go ahead, Omni. What's your thoughts, Omni? No intimacy until you get commitment. What's your thoughts, Omni?
I was having this conversation with my wife about a month ago, actually, and we both agreed that we wish we would have waited until we got married.
Wow.
Yeah, we both do. It uncomplicates a lot of things. And the thing is if everybody's moving that way, then you ain't got to worry about what she's doing with somebody else. If everybody was moving that way, you wouldn't have to worry about what she's doing with somebody else on the low. The competition would be fair, because I hear a lot of many a good dudes out here was trying to go the long-term route, and then somebody got in the draws and knocked her off, that didn't have to do any of what he was doing in order to get her in that position. So if everybody was moving in that way, you know what I'm saying, I think society as a whole would be better off.
Damn.
Let me interject this real quick. How many times we hear men say, I can't stand that hoe, but what that mouth do? Damn, I gotta go check up on her because what that mouth do.
Facts.
Yeah.
Y'all be holding yourselves.
Right.
I agree, and I think it is a important conversation that we're having, so we can have more insight and understand that it ain't gonna work for everybody, because some of us is just nasty ass freaks.
Well, also to that, Sharon, like there's another thing. There's another aspect of it that we don't talk about. Hold on. There's another. Let me just get this one point out. There's another aspect of it that we don't talk about, like the comparison aspect. You wouldn't know how mediocre the sex was if you ain't never had it.
Damn. That's a great point. And
You
also,
would. You had nothing to compare it to.
So I want to say this: if my character is new and fresh, what I'm saying, if my character,
it's just the truth. It's just the truth.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Are you trying to say that?
Hey, Sharon is trying to talk. It's his show. Let him talk, please.
Hold on, we got you, Lee. We can have a conversation about that as well, Lee. We can move on. That could be the next question, matter of fact. But what I'm saying, if you a freak ass and then you find you another freak ass, hey, that is character and value system aligning. And go ahead and y'all could be happily married freaks. And that is okay as well. But what we're saying is that you need to find that character and value system. And for the majority of people, because I don't think the majority of people are freaks. I
disagree with that.
I know you do, but we had conversations up here and we hear people that are married not even kissing. They haven't kissed their wives in 5-10 years.
But they sure attend my parties.
Facts.
Right, but so I don't think the majority of people are freaks like that. I think his mom is crazy. And so I think the majority of people, if they really want a long-lasting relationship, if they was to put that out there and say, hey, I'm not going to be, men and women say, I'm not going to be intimate with you until we figure out we are going to be committed, I think we have longer-lasting relationships. And also when they doing that as well, so now we can go to, unlike Lee's conversation, if they didn't have multiple sex partners doing all these other things and encounter, they wouldn't know what is bad sex. That person that they are intimate with, because sex is really, that good vagina is determined by how you feel about that woman.
All
vaginas do the same thing.
That's not true. That's not true.
Because I think if you have a bad, if a person has sex for the first time, and when a woman realizes I waited for this and this ain't nothing, that's bad sex. Right? Because now she'll continue to give sex when he wanted, because she realizes it's just a duty. She's not getting nothing out of it. Millions of women know about that. Now back to this freaky thing though. When you say that most people aren't freaky, I disagree. Because I'm telling you, I had a long list of people wanting to come to the parties. It was so many that I can only take so many. We can only fit so many. I was going from city to city hosting these parties. Right? And you need to go over there on OnlyFans and see what them young people are doing. My parties ain't got shit on what they doing over there. These young people coming together, making money, just being freaky as they want to be. And
so here's my thing, Bob, is that I think sometimes when we get immersed in a culture, we tend to think that that's the majority of people moving around. If I'm a basketball player, I would start to be nothing around by basketball players, and I start to think everybody is a baller. Everybody want to play basketball to make it. If I'm playing football, etc., etc. So sometimes when we get immersed in a culture and we really succeed in that culture as well, I think sometimes that skews our vision of what's actually happening. Majority of people ain't doing all that freaky stuff. Trust me.
That's not true. I'm gonna have to agree with Bomb on this one, right? A lot of people don't have enough intimacy in their relationship to fully explore their sexuality, which is
Boom.
why people use outlets like OF and parties and things like that to explore their wilder desires in the bedroom. This is why 80% of women are not achieving orgasms, right? Now, when you have,
by the way, I want to say, if you having problems with your girlfriend, you want to turn to wife, you send it to me. I train her for 2 weeks. She won't have no problem with that.
Gerard is a nasty, but listen,
He training people, y'all.
He training people, Jesus Christ. But listen, why y'all not having no orgasms is because y'all basing everything on the physicality, right? There is a soul exchange when you're having coitus with your partner. So because y'all have up a wall and y'all compartmentalize, y'all are not exhibiting in the soul exchange. So therefore the fullness of the action is not coming to fruition, right? Now, if you are very intimate with your partner and you've built a foundation on true transparency and intimacy, honey, please, you ain't gonna have no problem with that man licking you down the crack of your back and maybe biting you on the tip of your booty. You ain't gonna have no problem with kissing him slowly down his chest and maybe some other things. Oh, hey, a lot of y'all women don't even know how to give good FaceTime for real because you're too much in your mind when it comes time to put your lips to the mic and speak. Y'all don't know how to speak on the mic. And for men that say, for men that say all vaginas is the same, honey, who you been sliding up in? Because a lot of women out here are very much dry. Y'all say women are very much stank, and that's not all women. Women with good.
Now, hold on, bro. That's a whole. We ain't talking about hygiene. We talking about women. All the women that got great hygiene. We're not going to say the ones that they have some hormonal things and they got some, because we know some people are crazy and it also goes down there too. That's why they say that crazy vagina is really good. But what I'm saying is this. All vaginas are designed to do the same thing. So as long as you get that woman to make sure she clean properly, because hopefully you vetted that as well. You looked at the floorboards in her house and you make sure that she's a decently clean woman. Ain't no bunch of crumbs of tomato sauce on the stain from last month. You know she's kind of clean. So it most likely gonna smell her. If she's eating crabs every goddamn weekend, hey.
Then her vagina gonna smell like it's gonna smell like a fish boil. It's gonna smell like a crab boil.
You better get her some pineapples. Is all I'm saying.
Man,
but all vaginas are not even functioning the same just because of how they're built. A lot of women. Hold on, Williams. All right. A lot of women vagina don't have that snap bag, and they don't sit their ass in the tub with that alum to get it to snap on back. Let's just be honest. See, that's old school. I'm be quiet. That's old school. Y'all don't know about that.
It's a man's job to keep her oil. It is a man's job. If you giving her the big O, you ain't got a problem.
That snapper.
I've maintained that women are capping with 80% of y'all ain't having orgasms. That's crazy.
That is
they're not.
That's cap.
That is crazy. Right?
It is a large amount.
I ain't gonna lie. I love these conversations because that's gonna always keep me married with my wife here. Stuff like that. 80%.
Yeah, that sounds crazy as hell.
But it definitely happens. But the crazy part about it, I don't think majority of men even understands that it's happening. Like somebody like, for example, what was his name? DJ Envy. He was with his wife for 10 years and he had no idea he wasn't performing properly in the
baby. You went where my head went because I was like, Gina was fooling around with that man for 10 years.
What did I say? A man has to pay attention. Didn't I say
that?
A man has
to so we'll let Tiff finish and then we go to Williams and Otis. Go ahead, Tiff.
Between her and then I think about DJ Khaled's wife where he says he doesn't perform anything. Yes. It was so the whole comparison thing. I'm like, I don't know how true that is because Pornhub is free. Like Twitter has adult things. So if you see something, you're like, well, she's responded in a way that I've never responded. She doesn't have to be with another person to have a comparison of the experience. It just is what it is. Like sometimes it's performative, but in 2024, I personally do not understand why a man would be okay not satisfying his wife. Like that's I don't. I mean, we don't have. Okay, I'm out. I'm done.
As a fine line between explaining it and keeping it cute for the internet.
Could you feel me struggling? I was like,
Yes, we heard you struggling. So we're gonna go Mr. Williams Venus podcast. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this one more time for men. You have to pay attention to women. If you're not satisfying your woman, that is your damn fault. You have to pay attention. You need to know every inch and crevice of her body. You need to know not only her love language, but all her points of her body that makes her hot, that makes her moist. She should be moist every day. Every day.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna talk about. Hold up,
I got you. I got you. We're gonna get back to that part of the conversation. Go ahead, Venus, and then OtisWho. Go ahead, Venus.
Good morning.
Good day to you.
I see y'all are up here horny, and
that's my baby. Venus. Venus is my baby. Hi, baby.
Hi, how you doing, sir? You up here talking about every inch of the body and shit, like ice cubes and candles and hot wax and shit. Like I don't know what I got.
Venus?
I'm just gonna go on my prayer closet.
Nobody said any of those things.
Nobody.
That's what I heard. I heard blindfold.
That's what she heard.
Blindfold, role playing.
He loves
it. Hold on, y'all. Let her finish. Let her finish. See, this is a problem. Y'all won't let women finish.
Yeah, they don't respect women, right, Sharon?
Now that's see, you missed the double entendre. You missed the double. I caught you, Sherrod. I caught you.
Oh, they don't let women. They know they can't make women finish. Let's get it right. Not let them. The women said they sent me here. They sent me to tell y'all something. I'm gonna just tell y'all. The women have spoken. It's actually not 80%. It's 98.6 fucking degrees. Okay, most of the women have never seen an orgasm by the hands of any of you. Okay, I just wanted to just confirm.
I know you lying.
That's just what it is. Okay. DJ Envy wife was just the only one being honest. Okay, but most of the women do not know what an orgasm is. Never seen one. Never heard one. Never felt one. They just don't know. And that's because y'all are just not great.
That's so sad.
So my question or statement would be, if a woman, or here's a legitimate question: would a woman want to be in a marriage with a man who does not give her an orgasm?
Yes, they do it all the time.
Yes,
yeah,
all the time.
Clearly.
So okay, good question. I mean, good answer. So here's the question: is it really possible to love that man if you're not getting an orgasm?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
It hits different, Otis.
I'm sorry.
Love has nothing to do with an orgasm.
It hits.
You can love somebody.
It hits different when a man is bringing your body to complete and other earth shaking, earth rattling orgasm. So you're gonna be faithful. You're gonna be faithful. You're gonna love on him.
Okay, so here's
plenty of women who there's plenty of women who love their husbands and they never had an orgasm. Like it's a thing. You can still love somebody. Yeah.
Okay, so not to bring anybody else's situation in this, do you feel that Envy's wife was quote unquote using him for just a little bit based on his stature and the money he was bringing in? If she's not really being fulfilled in the bed, yes, they have kids and all that. I'm being generic.
No.
They have like 7 or 8 kids. They have a bunch of children. So the other thing is, I want us to be honest. Maybe we'll say our age and younger have just been taught that intimacy should be dually engaged. A lot of times your grandmother would teach you, oh, honey, that's just what you have to do. How many people that's a man. So it was never told that it should be a pleasurable experience. It is that's your duty and you should do the things. But now, since the sexual revolution, it's kind of been into, okay, both partners, hopefully in the relationship are getting equal satisfaction.
It's weird that y'all blame the grandmothers, right? Because they were.
Can I tell the truth?
I
Wait, can I tell the truth about sex?
agree.
The
Wait, can I tell the
grandmothers.
truth?
Hey, Mom,
My grandmother ain't never
one
tell
second,
me
Mom,
shit
we
like that.
going
Mom,
off.
how did I blame the granny?
First of all, my grandmother didn't even know what sex was. She never ever spoke about sex. What are y'all talking about?
And that's the point. She didn't speak to children about sex, but when they was in the little groups with them adults, them sex toys. Some of y'all don't even know they had pillows shaped like diamonds. And
First of
y'all
all, don't talk about my grandmother. No, she didn't.
Oh, I ain't
No, she didn't.
My granny, look, even when my granny had that lady was a virgin. All them kids, my granny never gave no man no sex. You ain't gonna talk about my granny.
I know that's right.
Right? What the hell?
Y'all ever seen the misshaped pillows back in the day? They were shaped like diamonds and shit.
No.
Bean bags. What
Absolutely
you think
not.
bean bag was for? These was sexual items, so they could get in them sexual different positions. And so I didn't know it when I was a kid. I used to play on it, right? But when I became an adult, we know what them goddamn weird ass shaped pillows was for.
My grandma never had no shit like that. Y'all need to stop. This is not like just
Let me
because
tell
y'all
you.
come from a long line of freaks. Don't try to fucking project that on everybody's grandmother. My grandmother did
How many kids your grandma got?
My
She had 8, but that's not.
There you go.
That's because back in the day there was no Xbox. It was just your granny's box.
All right. Let's get it back together. All right.
That's true. They used to have all type of magazines and stuff. Where y'all think that Playboy and all of that originated from? That originated from your grandmama, right? Your grandmama and them blue movies,
My mama, everybody. Hell yeah. My grandparents were married 60 years before they passed away, and they had 13 children. My mama has 12 siblings. Trust me, I learned all that shit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out. We got over 220 people watching the show collectively across all the different platforms. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, that share button. We having a great time, great discussion. Support all the channels that you are watching it on. The super chats go to whoever channel that you are watching it on. So make sure you send the super chats on whatever channel that you are watching on. Support the show. Support great conversations. Go ahead, Mr. G. How you feeling, sir?
Good morning.
Oh my God. Good morning with that voice. Jesus.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Hi, honey. Hey, sexy.
Oh, God.
You good?
Oh, we
You
got
good
phone
this
sex
morning?
now? Okay.
Get a room.
Tomato. I don't want to know y'all like that.
Okay, sexy.
I see you over there cutting up. What y'all got going on this morning?
Oh, my
Well, I was talking to them about intimacy and building a good relationship, and you so sexy, you so yummy and delicious.
I see you been paying attention. Did you get to the part about all day foreplay yet?
No, we did not.
No, because they wasn't.
This is not Freaky Friday, goddamn.
But it's not about Freaky Friday.
This is interesting.
This how you make relationships last. This how you make them last. Okay, you come up in the room.
Tuesday. Turn on Tuesday.
Clearly, it's turned on Tuesday.
Right.
We have Venus up here talking about all the crevices of her body.
If you don't hit the
hey,
bottom,
everybody, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, Mr.
Did you
Williams.
hear what Venus just said?
Hey, Otis. I heard, but I'm just giving my good mornings. Hey, Miss Tiff. Hey, Venus. Hey, Jalen. How you doing? What's up, Omni? What's going on, my G?
What's going on, G?
Nothing much.
Then don't roast us. We love you too.
Can you turn the dating people on? Because y'all nasty.
Oh man,
it's easy. All you gotta do is
Grandma
just be
was
willing.
a virgin. She had 14 children, and she was blessed by the Lord. She just went by the well and picked them up. My grand don't know nothing about no sex. You're not gonna put that. And my papa was a man of God and of stature. My papa said, "I love you. You good, y'all good girls." And your grandmother was a good girl. She had.
Yo, Sharon ain't say nothing yet.
That's a good
How
thing.
many
You're saying it
kids-
on mute.
how many
It's all
kids-
good.
How many
You're
kids
doing a
the
good
grandma
job right
has?
now, Jalen. I think every point of
My
view that
grandma
you
had
speak
8 kids,
on
but
mute
they did
is
it missionary every time.
Doing
Stop
good.
disrespecting my grandmother. They did not know
That
nothing about no
just
sex.
means
My
all
one
that means is all that means is that they
14.
All right, so
and my
so
other
now
granny had
here's my question. So a lot of women cannot. I think the real problem why women want the box eaten so much is because those women, they are not experiencing orgasms vaginally, so they have no choice but to do it with ringing that bell. That is
Sharon, you gonna keep lying and saying you don't eat vagina?
Even if
Is that
she's
why you saying that?
experiencing orgasm vaginally, why not eat the butt? Like, you could have the main course and the side dish.
It's
I
two
don't
different
understand
kind of
how.
that, like,
orgasms.
so
First of
like
all,
something
it's two
happens like
different.
every time when I get like something happens, like my room gets into a whirlwind and things just start spinning around because I put that vortex on it, you know what I'm saying? And when I start doing my thing, like the whole room starts spinning, shirts, covers, they just fly all over the goddamn room. So that's just my experience. So I don't have to put my face down there. I keep my head above water.
We don't believe you, Sharon. Like, I don't know why you keep going on with this lie. Nobody believes you. Sorry. You definitely
But see, Sharon,
put your
here's
face
the
down.
problem.
Stop.
Sharon, here's the problem. All you said was that you don't eat the box. You never said you didn't eat the eggs. But you know what? I'm glad that you made that clarification.
All right. So also we're gonna get to so he's been on mute for a very long time. Welcome to the show, Jalen. What is your thoughts?
Boo. No, let me stop.
All right.
Thumbs up in 2024.
That nigga didn't even
See how that
say
worked, Jake? See how that worked, Jake?
They said drop Jalen, goddamn. Shit.
Yeah, he was up here. I didn't know if he was up here biting his fingers or picking his nose. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
May I ask the ladies on the panel a question, a serious question? In today's society and the dating scene out there, are the women, are the men out there being more aggressive towards the women trying to get the sex, or is it the women wanting just as much as the man? Because I'm not out there. I'm just curious about this. Are the men being too aggressive? Do you feel like you're being pressured to have intercourse, or you up with it? You straight up for it? You trying to give it out just as much as they're trying to get it?
Otis, I've been outside since 2007, so I'm a respectfully tap out of that. 07.
Okay.
Right. She's alumni. She's alumni in this married game. But I'm gonna tell you, before I was in a relationship with Sil, these men was throwing money at me, begging me if they could just kiss the cat and some more and some more and some more. So they were trying to pressure me.
Become a member on her
Let me
channel.
be
It's
clear.
all there.
The women are throwing it to the boxes on fucking fire. It's so hot. You got to get a fire extinguisher and put them bitches out. They be dragging it across the carpet like a cat in heat. Okay. So I think it's both ways right now. I think everybody just horny and debaucherous and they need to go to church. Okay. That's what I think.
But even in church, they got all these little baby kids
And the
running around.
deacons gonna be up on them. Don't go to the
Right.
Ain't nobody freakier than a sinner and a saint. Don't go there. You be better off in a devil worshiping place.
Oh no, if you want that blessed coochie, they well.
Not blessed.
No, it's not. Be quiet. Be quiet.
That prayed over, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost.
And this is proof because all the new rappers, all these bitches talk about is my pussy, my pussy, my pussy. They don't got shit else to say. Okay.
Damn. That is a very good point as well. Like, because so now that we can get back to what Roger initially brought up, right? That you should definitely wait to be intimate, no kissing, no touching, maybe hold hands the most. So this way you can actually enjoy the human being before you actually be intimate. And then after you're intimate, after you realize you like the person, you could figure that part out now and say, hey, I don't like you sexually. Then I guess that's a different conversation. I don't know how many people actually really get, since women are not getting the big O at a 98.99%, like Venus said, I don't think sex is really going to break up relationships that much, since women are not getting orgasms anyway.
Why are we taking the big O or just saying like an experience just physical? Like, there's a song by Dead Presidents talking about mind sex. You can have a conversation with somebody that's so deep, that's so soulful, that's so meaningful that it sticks with you. It stays with you.
Who is so deep? What?
A conversation.
You heard me. You see how I was like, absolutely not.
I know. I'm thinking, what the hell?
Yeah, no, but I think as women, we can all say you've had engaging conversations where you'll look at your person and be like, damn, my baby's smart as fuck. Or like, you really did the way you broke that down. It can be something as simple as us watching football together. And the way he talks about like this play should have been this, or this. I was like, my nigga know a lot about a lot. Like, that's that's my man. So
yes,
it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not always in the bedroom. I love to see him come home from work. I love to go into his office and see him really focused. That type of stuff is like the body is like, yo, ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna land it there. I'm landing there.
Learning a woman's
William, Bomb Cherry, and myself, we are up here. We are of age. We're in our 50s. Okay.
No,
I've been with my woman since 1998. Sex is
not in your 50s, William?
Hold up. I'm 40. You said what, 49 in 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry. You look 50.
Damn.
Damn.
God damn. God damn. Y'all just gonna do that man like that? God damn.
Let's get this together. Hold up.
Don't disrespect
He said William look ancient.
I'm cracking jokes, man. With me.
Nah, you didn't mean that as a joke. You meant that shit. You said that William looked like the bottom of Jesus' shoe. That's what you said. We heard
All right, hold on. Let it
hold 30-years. What the fuck are you?
He had a rough life.
Goddamn, that's all it was. Hey, listen, he moisturizes with leather. It's okay. Go ahead, OtisWho.
But my point was, it's more than sex is going to hold the relationship together. That's all I was the point I was trying to make. The conversation.
I'm sorry, Otis. You're right about me, but I think Brittany said that I'm in my 60s. Bitch, you look older than me. Now I don't know what the fuck. I just turned 55. And I could turn on this cam and I look younger than you, bitch.
Damn, what
the fuck is going on with some of these whores? I don't fuck with a lot of these motherfucking whores coming for me, but I ain't say shit to that bitch in that chat.
Otis, that was
Bomb Cherry. Now you know we done had our back and forth, but I'm gonna tell you this: sometimes you got to ignore some shit. Now this the internet, people gonna talk their shit.
Fuck this. Nah.
Go ahead, Otis. I'm sorry.
Everybody mad.
Got me twisted.
Hey, no, but for real, though, William, all jokes aside, on her, I thought you was older than that. I apologize. I wasn't trying to be funny.
I got a shitload of kids and I got
no disrespect.
Kids. I started early.
All right, so we didn't even get into the goddamn video yet.
Get into the video.
Wait,
it was a
wait. Just one last thing. Ronnie GQ says, unless you have a photographic memory, no conversation is sticking with you like that. Ronnie GQ, I'm gonna tell you this. Mr. G said to me over a year ago, one sentence, and that sentence has been a motivator. It's burned a fire ever since. You don't know a woman's mind. It's the one thing that she'll say to a woman that she will ruminate on. Stop sleeping.
Every thing I do, you're on my mind.
Hey.
Let me tell y'all something. Hey, I still can grow my dreads back if I want to, you little pieces of
Stop
shit.
lying.
Exactly. Stop disrespecting my baby. That's right, Mr. Williams told them.
The fuck you talking about? Oh, I got proof. I got pictures, sir.
We got pictures. Talking about.
Yeah.
Well, where's it going to stop? The only thing is, William,
the
only thing is, we believe that you can grow your locks back, but where's it going to start? Is it going to start like here?
I have a hairline, sir, if I let it grow back out, sir. I have a hairline, sir. Okay.
He said he ain't got no George Jefferson. Stop sleeping on him.
This is man shit. This connects. You get that? This is man shit.
Wait, Sharon, I got one more toxic point before you move on.
You can call it a cum catcher if you want.
I feel toxic. I feel toxic.
Whoa,
what?
Whoa.
He talking about eating a vagina. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, Venus.
Whoa.
Look at them shoulders.
I got one more toxic point.
Slow it down.
Okay. It's some advice for the men's. Listen, men's. Y'all hear me? It would behoove you to learn how to give a woman the big O, because when you hit the bottom, you unlock the woman's crazy button, and now she's obsessed with you, and you could really do your thing and have your way. And I shouldn't have said it, but I said it. So it would make sense for some of y'all to learn how to do that. And I digress.
Hit the bottom.
Right, because if you preheat the oven, the food cooks better. So Sharon, the way your beard look, I know you lying. Because the way your beard is nice and full, okay? All right?
Yeah, matter of fact, nigga, we did meet you on Fight Club. You was clean shaved in a motherfucker.
Right.
That shit grew out like a chia pet.
Oh man, that is
Right.
crazy.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all preheat the oven. That way these women can achieve the O. You know, it's funny. It's not just of a benefit to a woman, it's of a benefit to you. If your woman is not drip drop wet and you preheat that oven, she's going to be drip drop wet. The macaroni will be macaroniing. Mm-hmm. Let me shut up. Y'all ain't ready.
Hey, babe,
Y'all
have you
ain't gonna
ever
be
faked your
complaining how y'all
orgasm
be
with me?
complaining like, oh, the women be leaving and da da da. Ain't nobody leaving. She gonna be right up under your ass. Where you at? Why you left? Oh my God, I love you. Please.
Let's see where we got at with the support. Everybody's having a good time. The chat is going crazy on all platforms. It's awesome. We don't got enough likes. We don't got enough super chats. We don't got enough shares. Let's get it together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the likes up, please. Like, we don't even ask for much. Like, it's okay to just
likes up, man. PSA,
like just
y'all
simply
get the
just
likes
hit
up
the
for
like
Sharon,
button,
man.
hit the
Get
share
the
button.
likes.
Those two things are absolutely for free.
Come on, y'all get the likes up. Y'all get out of the chat
For
and
free.
hit the like button. Come on, man. Hit the like
Right.
button.
Hit the like button and donate 99 cents via the super chat. 99 cents ain't never hurt nobody. I mean, we giving you anatomy and physiology class, master class
101.
this morning.
101.
Okay? Because even with the missionary, you could get some things popping. If you only got the average or below, all you got to do is reposition the legs. You still gonna get to the bottom, but you know, y'all got
Put
to
the
be
pillow under her
creative.
body. Put the pillow under her body. Send Sharon some money and we give y'all the tea. But if y'all ain't sending no money, we can't tell y'all the secrets. Okay.
Exactly. I mean, y'all might need a pillow in a frog position. Holla. Let me be quiet.
Don't go too far now.
You're right, babe. I'm be quiet. I'm be quiet.
See, I didn't even know that. I thought the pillow was for her to bite on to keep the neighbors from calling the cops on her.
No, I want the neighbors to know my name. Goddamn.
Man, it ain't bite the pillow. It's bite
Nah,
the
it ain't fun when they. It ain't fun at 3 a.m. in the
What
morning,
type of
Gracie. I'm
medieval
sorry.
time animalistic shit you want? Someone bite
Yeah,
the
she need to
mattress.
be
What the
biting
fuck?
the neck. Hell yeah.
This ain't 1922. They got pillows
Oh
now.
no.
Marv
They weren't
Albert.
doing that shit back then. Bite that mattress. Trust me.
I'll make the neighbors know my name.
See, if you just take the
My name.
handcuffs, if you just take the handcuffs,
Get out of there! 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 Get out
I
of
thought
there!
we was being adults for a second. My
Hey,
bad.
so I just got a question. Did anybody see the damn debate last night, or do we even care to
I
even review
watched
the
it.
debate?
No,
We
I
reviewed
watched
it
it. It
last
was
night.
good. Yeah, play
I
it. It
know
was
what you're
good.
talking about.
You talking about
We
with
reviewed it.
Fugazi and what's his face? Yada?
Yada,
Yeah.
yeah, the one we
Fugazi.
reviewed.
Yeah, Fugazi got his ass blown out the water.
Who
He
got
did.
who
Fugazi did. Fugazi.
Yeah.
He got
Okay, praise
destroyed.
the
Yeah, he
Lord.
lost. He lost
That
real
was so we
bad.
get into the because now I can come back because I don't talk to people like that. Y'all nasty. And I'm in the kitchen making omelets. So that ought to say something. Whatever you
You
want.
making omelets for a
I'm
reason.
sorry, Tiff. I'm
I
sorry.
will get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and make some oxtails. Absolutely.
That's because the bottom of that box has been opened up.
Miss Tiff is a good Christian woman. She a good Christian woman. You ain't gonna make her blush like that. Y'all not gonna do that.
Hold on. Since we want to take it back to biblical terms, Jesus said, "She who taketh care of some man is taking care of God."
It says Hebrews.
My husband.
When Jesus said that.
But let me just say this: I'm a wonder under the authority of my husband, and everything that he does is good and great.
Sharon, I love y'all,
Thank
everybody
you.
on the
Thank you for
panel
saying that.
and the chat, but I gotta go. I gotta get
Mr.
ready.
Will, I'll be there with you too in a minute.
I love
Y'all know
y'all.
what to do.
Respect all of y'all on this panel. Fuck you, Otis, for that jab. I love y'all.
Sharon, we have to get this panel again. Like this has to happen like twice a month. This has been so much fun and so refreshing.
You're welcome, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that showing
Because
the
we up
love.
here acting a fool.
The chat is hilarious. Everybody, the panels we having a really good time. That is awesome. This is what we supposed to be doing. Goddamn. I'm enjoying this as well. Thank you for everybody showing. So now we about to get into the actual video. And check out this debate. See if it's any good. See who's winning, who's having good points, who's silly, who's dumb, who's not. Who should we follow and all those things? Make sure y'all hitting the like button, the share button if you had 99 cents or more because it makes the vagina go woo woo. Because we said that's foreplay. So go ahead, help with the foreplay. Send more than 99 cents if you like. Shit. Yeah, wrong with y'all. Let's go.
And she will reflect who you are. Single moms, to answer your question directly, recreational use only.
Damn.
I don't think we should keep telling women, oh, your value is lowered because you have children. When a woman meets a man, she has to add value to the man outside of sex in order to retain that man.
Before y'all get married, I love to get scriptures down.
The woman is the greatest gift given to man by God. Women have a hypergamous nature. If you want a superior, you don't want an equal. My woman's not beneath me. My woman is my equal.
The whole Me Too movement is innuendo.
These women ain't just leaving these men. They're tired. They're mentally falling apart.
Talk your shit, Yada. Talk your shit, Yada.
It is time, family. We are in the building. Welcome to Hardly Initiated. It is your host, Tyshawn Jackson, in here with my co-host, Ryan Catchings.
It's that season. I think now when we talk relationships, it gets real creative, get real spicy now.
It gets a lot different when y'all on here, and this is a conversation that you guys have been waiting for.
Yeah,
because we have two heavyweights here in the building. Water and tea. Today's day 24. Familiar with my brother Yada here. Yada can't help but seeing him because David Cooley, you are on everybody's radar, on everybody's timeline, and you might say a lot of things about the. You have a different perspective, and I want to get some clarity there because the question we're posing is here: should marriage be the ultimate goal for men? Okay, guys, should marriage be the ultimate goal for men? Cooley, I want to start here with you on this one.
Okay.
Do we think that marriage should be the ultimate goal here for men?
Yeah. So if we're pre-modernity, the laws and regulations around marriage was different. Women weren't in a workforce as much.
Okay.
And, the relationship dynamic was different in the 40s and the 50s and stuff like that.
Okay.
So at that time, they created laws that would benefit the woman if, divorce happened, because majority of women weren't really working.
Okay.
Now we're in modernity now. Those laws haven't caught up to today's time.
What?
So now women are in the workforce and they're working. There are more women that graduate college than men. So not only are they working, but they have higher education and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I would say to that question, would you sign a contract that the other party is incentivized to break it? You know what I mean? That's a question that I would propose to anyone that's, about to get married.
So is he going to actually answer the question?
You'll notice this whole debate. I noticed this about him because I watched this one and the one with Princella. He answers questions with questions. He does not really answer. You'll see that he has a tendency to say a bunch of random facts and then ask a question to deflect off of himself. Like he's gonna keep doing that.
I think because he thinks he's more intelligent than the people that he is talking to, so he thinks that he could take over the conversation and move the conversation to what he wants to talk about instead of actually talking about the conversation that
someone has a wind jet blowing in the back. I couldn't hear what was said.
I don't hear no wind jets.
I heard
it was the wind jet.
Okay, but is he going to actually answer that question? That's crazy to me. I don't think it has anything to do with incentivizing women to leave. I don't think in marriage that women are incentivized to leave their husband. I think that's insane for somebody to say personally.
No, he never answers questions. He only answers questions with ad hominems, other questions, and his emotion.
So do you think women are incentivized to leave their husbands?
No.
Well, I mean, according to Fugazi, modernity. And it's crazy because these men on these podcasts use terminology and ideology, and they don't really understand the concepts to which they are speaking. Because for him, pre-modernity was before 1500 BC. Or AD. I'm sorry, 1500 AD. So everything after 1500 AD is modernity.
That's incorrect, though.
Yeah, that's crazy. So OtisWho, what about you?
No, that is correct. Remember, we pulled it up last night.
I know.
It's from
I'm talking about the craziness that he spits. Yeah. We know that he's incorrect.
Hey, OtisWho,
right. So he's low IQ.
Do you believe that women are incentivized to divorce their husband?
Damn good question. Unfortunately, some situations, yes. I wouldn't say exclusively, but yes. I feel that way, unfortunately.
So the majority of women that are married, they are incentivized.
No. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say majority. No. I'm not going to say majority. No, not majority. No, but there are some. I think it's a small sector, not a large sector. I think it's smaller than the large.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the incentivization?
Yeah.
The quick come up, far as money wise, far as he came into a lump sum. I'm gonna give a good example. He has money. He came into some money over the time frame, and she realized, okay, now this is my time to get out. I got the kids from him. Now I'm just going ahead and leave.
So you mean like
almost like the Travis Hunter situation is about to take place, something like that.
She was with him since he was in high school, by the way. The Travis Hunter situation. So
Yeah,
I don't think that we could use that to say that she's with him for a come up when she's literally with him since high school. She moved from they placed a resident to follow him to Oklahoma so he could do his thing and be successful at it. So we cannot say that she is trying to be a come up when she been with him since high school.
I disagree, but that's a whole nother subject. We just keep it on point here. But to answer your question, a small sector of women, a small percentage of women has an incentive to leave the marriage. Yes.
What percentages of divorces actually receive alimony?
That's a good question. I don't know.
15.
Less than 15.
Correct.
Right.
So at the top, I'm sorry, go ahead, baby.
No, baby, you go ahead, because I was just gonna ask, is all the percentage that gets alimony, is that primarily women, or is that balanced between men and women?
Damn, that's a good question. Damn, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good
See
question.
how that talking point went out the window very quickly.
So, but here's the thing. So I think a lot of men they express this whole thing like what Cooley is saying, but it's no real evidence to back up what they're saying. All these people that the majority of people that get divorced, they usually just break even because most of them don't have anything to give up in the first place. Neither party. So it's just usually people just go their own goddamn way normally.
My surroundings, you are correct. My surroundings, people I associate with, you're right. They don't have I don't know men who has this vast of wealth saved up, and then the wife leave, and now she's getting half. And no, I don't know. Like you said, when they divorce, it's just an even divorce. Period.
That's usually what happens.
Right.
And for the successful people that do have egregious amount of money, they stay together at an 80% clip for some strange reason.
And how long do you have to be married in the marriage before alimony even attaches?
I think at least a year.
Depends on the state.
Because less than a year, it's you can get the marriage annulled instead of being divorced. So here in Missouri, but I think Omni just said it varies from state to state. But I know Missouri can get married at least a year.
Omni didn't say that.
I'm sorry, Mr. G, I apologize.
Yeah, that was well.
So in Michigan, you have to be married. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 8 or 9 years, one of the two. When I got my divorce, she was given the option to even collect alimony, and she said, "No, we mutually agree. We don't want to go down that road." So it depends on the state, because in Alabama is different, in Texas is different, in Florida is different. It depends on the state.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, but the median.
Yeah. What's your median, Reggie?
The median is 10 years.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, so
most of these marriages don't make it past
8.
2 to 5 years. On average 5 years. Most of these marriages don't even make it past 5 years. So what we talk about with alimony? The reality is a woman that you are pumping and dumping and leaving with the child has more financial equity in recouping from you with child support than she does with alimony.
Woo.
Okay, damn, good point.
And so we starting to see that these so-called logical men, they are not as logical as they think they are. They just like to fearmonger, and it works for a lot of men. It works. A lot of men that's not even in relationships, that's not even looking towards a woman to be married in the first place, are concerned about divorce. You got to be at least married before you're concerned about divorce.
Well, it runs even worse than just fear mongering. It's deflection at best. If you really look at the percentages as of according to divorce.com, that's taken away from this year, around 69% of divorces in heterosexual marriages are indeed initiated by women, but it's only because of lack of intimacy, infidelity, alcoholic or physical verbal, mental abuse. So yeah, these women are not triggering divorce for no reason. It's because the man who the man who courted them changed once they got them. And the promises that he made, he did not keep. So when your behavior changes just because you got the woman and she now wants to leave you because you became this ain't shit guy, is that her fault?
Further, Will, to expound on that, you said lack of intimacy. So now I'm with the women. Let me ask the ladies: is not reaching an orgasm a divorceable offense?
No, clearly it's not.
They kind of answered that earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. They was lying. I let them talk. They was lying. That's a divorceable offense. You ain't going not let me have no orgasm and be stressing me out every day with these badass kids. Hell no, I'm leaving you.
It runs deeper than that because lack of intimacy. If you're not, hold on one second, lack of intimacy. If you're not loving what's in the house, you got to be loving what's outside the house. And if you loving what's outside the house and she found out, then infidelity and adultery is the reason why she filed a divorce.
So, but here's the thing.
I don't know all that. What I'll say, Sharon, is this: that if the lack of gratification is happening in one area, typically how we do one thing is how we do everything. So there are probably other things that are going on that are not being addressed. It becomes that snowball effect. So I think the most measured thing would be like, why do you not feel like it's important enough for her to have that same experience and or better? And what else are you not providing now as a spouse?
Because you hear it every day. You hear it every day in today's talking points.
For me, the main reason why I believe women are the initiators of divorce is because the only way a woman can get out in the dating market for real and have a potential partner is she get divorced. Men could absolutely be separated and still married and date a woman, and that other woman be perfectly fine. It's not the same for a woman that's trying to seriously date. So she has to get divorced. A man could.
It's not even that, Sharon. We're black. How many of us have cousins or aunties that they ain't been together in 20 years? They live in different homes and they still married, and they'll be like, well, my husband and my wife. Like culturally, I think again, this new phenomenon of getting a divorce is just that new.
How about this? It really boils down to this. Men don't want to be married, right? So if they leave a family, they can use, well, I'm still stuck in this divorce. They lie. They say the woman doesn't want to give them a divorce and everything else. Now they can have, now they can have kids, a whole nother relationship. They don't have to make a deep commitment. But the gag and the drag of it all is the men that don't want to get divorced, if women didn't file them, when they perish, Social Security benefits will go to their wife.
Right.
All their benefits will go to their wife.
Absolutely.
Not y'all up here telling the gospel truth on today, on Truth Tuesday.
And not only that, Rosie, that's how most of these marriages make it to past 10 years is because they separate and they just never actually go ahead and get divorced. And they find themselves the men find themselves in a messed up situation because as the time goes by, usually men get better financially, they get better jobs than us. And now you upset talking about women is taking half. Well, you should have divorced her ass when it was year 5 and y'all split up and y'all both was doing your own thing. It's
and I could tell y'all anecdotal story, right? My ex-husband wanted a divorce. He said, I want a divorce. I said, okay, you want it, you got it. Praise be, go and be free. Now, when I actually filed for the divorce and we went to court and everything got through, he was like, I'm so mad that you divorced me because I wanted us to be back together. So a lot of y'all be saying things and doing things, thinking that a woman just gonna beg y'all back. Y'all better stop playing for you run into a raw G. She be like, oh, all right, that's what you want. I'm gonna give you what you asked for. Peace out. A lot of men be on that. They want their freedom to go and do whatever it is that they want to do, fulfill whatever fantasy in their mind. And then they want their woman to wait for them. Y'all don't want women to be free. Give us free.
Give us free.
Did you not just use the goddamn Amistad reference?
I did.
Give us free.
Please say so.
Give me back my son.
What Rod just said is true, but this is going to change the conversation, but it is what it is. But I don't know the numbers, but I believe most men in marriages, they stay because of this phrase right here, and please bear with me, it's cheaper to keep her. If you got 401s tied in together and other things like that you built on your job, and she's on that paperwork and things like that, and you build it together. I know situations, for real. Thank God I'm not in one. Whereas they're just there because it's cheaper to keep her. Why divorce them when you've been here all this time? We just gonna stay here and they live in separate bedrooms and all that. So I think there's a lot of that going on, way more than people are talking about it.
So can I ask a question?
That cheaper to keep a thing is valid for this day and age. People don't look at it that way, and most of the time, that cheaper to keep it is the mean to just stay in your own relationship.
Do we remember the lady that her husband was at the airport, and she found out, I guess, about it's a whole series. She's an older, she's a more mature woman, that her husband was cheating on her. When she found out, dude had a whole life insurance with the jump off's name on it. Damn. But the funny thing is, when she filed for divorce, guess who they gave that policy back to? The wife. When I find it, I'll send it to you. She did like a TikTok series, and she also they loaded it up on YouTube. But she had been with this man for like 20 plus years. But this was the kicker: when she met him, he was married. When this new one met her, she had 20 years deep. But who you marry is who you marry. A man, I don't think most men's constitution, it doesn't change. If he's a cheater, he's gonna cheat the whole marriage. So you have to, with that, when you talked about having sex and being satisfied, you may have to kind of take the onus that this man is gonna cheat. This is who he is. That's part of his character. It's gross, but we all got friends that nigga ain't never been faithful. He was cheating on the wedding night. Yay or nay?
No, that's true. And I be feeling bad for them, because that's why I tell y'all, keep your little kitty cat to yourself now. Because if somebody out there cheating, honey, you don't have to. You don't have to tolerate that. You don't have to settle for that.
Not even that. I mean, you gotta recognize that when we all leave this physical realm, we're going to be judged. And if you are a so-called God-fearing person, and yet you are living to the tithes of the land, which is built by man, when you get judged, you have to answer, well, if you never truly wanted to be with your wife, why did you marry her? Because he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So if you bring your wife before God, then you are giving God his just. So if you're going to get married to her and then 20 years later say, oh, well, yeah, we've been married, but we separated and I got a whole extra family and all this, that, and the other. So what service are you doing to God? You have no true commitment. But yet we say, oh, we afraid of these things. You have more fear of the government. You have more fear of a woman than you do of God. Is that why you don't want to get married? I'm sorry. Let me not hit y'all in the head. It's too early in this afternoon. Y'all ain't ready for this type of talk.
Heavy on today, sir.
Y'all ain't ready to have this conversation, because I'm gonna hurt you, and you're really not gonna like it.
I like that. That was a serious ball right there. So let's get back to this man not answering the question. That was crazy.
Totally not against marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing, but as in regards to signing that piece of paper, that's a different story. That's not, that doesn't make sense, actually. But I think, people should definitely get married and strive to be married, men and women, through the church, where, it's not these laws that incentivizes the other party to break it.
Damn.
Do
we know any people that spiritually married in this space? I wonder.
Oh, damn. And the silence fell over Jerusalem. What happened?
I just wanted to know.
Oh, I mean,
actually,
what
you're
happened?
saying
What was the statement? What you said? What you say?
Respect the
question
marriage,
was, do we know anybody that's spiritually married in this space? Not bound by paper, not bound by government, not bound by the land. Do we know anybody that says, hey, we married in spirit? We went to the church and we got married. Not we went to government and we got a marriage license. Is it anybody that's spiritually married?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm legitimately cooking an omelet. But yeah, we got married by our minister. We did couples counseling with the minister and his wife. He would have couple counseling with the husband. I would have couple with the first lady. We also did a Black therapist, male, to understand some of the areas that I needed to kind of shore up. We had a ministry group that we went through. We did a lot, but it is because I think we're both believers and both really mature and older people that we wanted to at least attempt to do it right. But
so y'all don't have a marriage certificate or a marriage
oh no,
license.
no, no. Oh no, we married.
Oh, okay, so that's what I mean by spiritual marriage.
You
Spiritual
talking about the
marriage
people
is
talking about they just got
right.
Yeah, we just came together and said, God before us, we are now husband and wife.
Well, what's wrong? Let me ask you a question. What is wrong with that? If that's how that couple wants to do and they feel like they don't want to quote unquote go to the government, if they make the rules of their own expectations in the marriage, I don't think everybody has to go down and get a license. I don't think it's
so Tim, so what spiritual book are they following that says you shouldn't go through it through the government as well?
I don't think everybody is in the spiritual system. Hence, when I talk about
what I'm saying to if they say they are spiritually married, that means they are following something.
They might be pagans, they might be doing like different types of things. They're all kind of belief systems.
Right. So you saying in the pagan religion that it's saying that you don't have to be married by law, you only can be married. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
whoever is that person that's saying they are spiritually married, they need to bring up some kind of information that shows that it is okay for it to just be spiritually married and not just bring it up for themselves so they won't have to get in the legal.
Hey, Sharon, let me ask you a question. In the Bible, what does it say about Caesar?
I don't know.
Render to Caesar's what Caesar's.
Give Caesar's what Caesar's, right? So if not only that you are to be recognized before God, because he who denies me in public, I will deny in private, right? If I have to appease the land, which we all follow the law of the land to some degree, if not only am I bringing my wife to God and presenting my gift to God that he has gifted unto me, do I also need to appease the law of the land and say, hey, not only am I married by spirit, I'm also tied to the bounds of this land?
No, you don't have to be. And I agree with that. Now, my wife made me get the piece of paper but me personally, I'm dead serious. I don't believe in no piece of paper. I believe in what you just said. It's the commitment that you have with her, period. No ifs and buts about it. You went to the government to get a piece of paper to establish that. But for real, that's between you, your significant other, and God, period.
So, but that piece of paper comes with value. And let me give you how it's broken down.
Okay.
You give Caesar's what Caesar's. So you are now solidifying, if you are to expire, when I say expire, I mean go into the ground. If you are expire tomorrow, there's no question as to who it is that your belongings go to, or what it is your legacy that you leave behind goes to. It goes to your wife. If you did not have this in place, then you would see where everybody now come together trying to sue someone else over the estate of who Otis is. Now, when that's tied in spirit, of course you don't need a piece of paper to tie that in spirit, because God is more powerful than a piece of paper. Can we all not agree?
Yeah.
All right. And so with that piece of paper, even if it has to come down to a legal situation, let's just say, for instance, Mr. Otis, let's say you was a billionaire and you have 6 children, but you don't have an actual marriage certificate and your wife falls into destitute right before you expire. Now, when you expire, of course, they're going to say, well, who's next of kin? They're not going to go and look and say, oh, well, he was spiritually married to his wife. They're going to say biologically, these are his children. The money goes to his children. If your children decide to say, well, to hell with mama, to hell with mama, now your wife is left in more destitute. So that piece of paper, which is bound by the land, affords your wife everything that you left behind. And if you chose right, see, now I'm about to hit a lot of people where it really hurts. If you've done your due diligence and followed the way that God has laid before you, you would have done right by choosing a correct wife who would not only cherish and nourish your children, but also the legacy that you left behind. So that piece of paper, even though a lot of people may say, well, I don't need that piece of paper. You may not need that piece of paper, but come into something that your wife may need when you pass and have a whole bunch of family members who say, say, well, he was ours, so that's ours, to hell with you. But they don't know about all those nights that your wife set up and she was wiping away and cleaning the wounds and suturing up all the lacerations. They don't know about all the meals that she had to prep. They don't know about all the research she had to do on that illness that you had. You know, when your mama and your friend and your cousin and your brother and your sister, when nobody else gave a damn about when you was laying up in bed and you was coughing up blood and you had needed help to the bathroom. You know how everybody say, oh, well, you know, we sure do loves Otis, but they ain't rang your phone in 3, 4, 5, 20 years, but only when you come into some money. Hey, Otis, what's going on? But when you pass, everybody shows up to the house to claim what they did not build. That foundation which your wife have taken years to not only build but maintain with you. But no one knows about the thankless job, right? Because no one really cares about the thankless job. I'm going to use Bomb Cherry for example. Bomb Cherry, how long have you been married, Bomb Cherry?
I've been married 34 years.
All right, 34 years she has been married. If she was to expire tomorrow, let's say she had a ratchet family, and this ratchet family now comes to collect the body of Bomb Cherry. Without that piece of paper, the government will say, well, excuse me, Mr. Bomb Cherry, her family has the rights to her body. But they don't know that Mr. Bomb Cherry was doing the cooking, the cleaning, the maintaining, all this, that, and the other. But you know, hey, I don't know anything, because now what we're doing is we're depending on God to bless our marriage, yet we think we are more powerful than God because we only take what we need from God to run our life. But y'all got it.
Let me answer that, please, as he went on. Let me please answer that. No. Let me say this and allow me, please. Everything you said is accurate. It is to a certain extent. Now, please do your research, people, what I'm about to say. It still requires a piece of paper, but it's not a marriage license. And please understand what I'm about to say, because I'm living this right now, even though I do have a marriage license. What's more powerful than a marriage license is a trust. A trust. And you don't need to be married. And you put that trust in probate court. I did it. It's there right now. You don't need to be married. Me and my wife and my child is in the trust, and it's in probate court right now. So if my wife was to pass or I was to pass right now, nothing will be held up in probate. Won't be no arguing, won't no nothing, because the judge is going to pull up my case number and look at that living will. It's a living revocable trust that holds everything. And that marriage license doesn't have anything to do with that. So please don't take my word for it. Just do your research. Now, does the average person do that? No. I do it, and I know others that do, but it's not in the norm. So it's going to sound crazy, but that marriage license has nothing on a living will or a trust that you put it in the probate court, and all that is free. All that is free. And there is no government in your business. And that's you and your wife living, well, you and your significant other, whatever you want to call her, living your life. And if you break up, go down to probate court and take her damn name off the trust. Period. And that's the truth. Now, it ties into what you're saying, but I promise you it's the truth. You don't need a marriage license. Just do your research on it. I'm living proof of it right now. My trust is registered at the probate court right now.
So
you die and you don't have a will or a trust, the court's going to be fighting over it anyway. You're not going to get nothing. Your family will still going to be fighting.
So let me ask you a question. Why did you get a trust?
To protect the family assets and me and my wife. That's why.
Protect from who?
The outside world. People trying
what
to
outside world? The people in the outside world, the people in the outside world, wait, hold on. The people in the outside world has nothing to do with your finances or your estate. So if you have to get a trust for your wife and children, who are you protecting them from?
Who am I protecting them from? Well, you know what? That's not the question. I'm not really protecting them from. I like that. I'm not protecting them from anyone. I'm securing what we have. What we have. Period. I'm not protecting nobody. I'm securing what me, my wife, and my daughter has in a trust. I'm just securing it. And
so you're depending on the court to uphold a piece of paper, correct?
They're going to uphold it. They have no choice.
No. Listen to what I'm asking you. You're depending on the court to uphold a piece of paper, correct?
Okay, yes.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Excuse me. Getting the this mama. Excuse me for a second.
But I get his point. I really do, and that is the norm. That is the norm. We're kind of saying the same thing, but it's just two different types of paper. But it's going to have the same end result for the most part. Minus if you don't have a trust and you just have that marriage certificate. When you pass, God forbid, it's still going to be some so-called issues going on anyway. Unfortunately, within your family, if you got some value and they want to come get the TV or the house or the bedroom set that has some type of sentimental value, or that fur that you got from such and such, and now cousin wanted, all that is still going to have a issue if you still have a marriage license. But if you have that trust, all that is nothing. They can't do it.
Nobody can come in your house if you married and take shit out the house unless somebody let them.
You haven't had a situation. Okay, I take this. My wife, like real life situations. Her mother passed several years ago. The family went crazy because they was coming in, arguing over the TV, arguing over this, arguing over that. That shit happens. So let's not act like it doesn't happen.
Where was her husband? You talk about the children. We was talking about marriage. Now you talking about the children. Where was the husband or the wife?
Is all that correlated? Is all that the same? We're talking about family. We're talking about husband and wife.
No,
no, it's not the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
It's not the same thing. When children are taking their family's estate through probate court, it's because the children are not they're not indemnified to be the automatic beneficiary of the assets. In a marriage, your wife is the automatic beneficiary. And I'm gonna give you a little more game. Those of you men that don't want to get divorced from your wives, when you leave them, after a certain time frame, I'm not going to tell you what the time frame is, your Social Security benefits also will go to that woman. God forbid something happens to you, irregardless to if you are divorced, if you have a will, if it's probate or anything else. Because a lot of people don't really know the true ins and outs of marriage and how to actually separate themselves. Anything your wife is listed on as a beneficiary, she will be the automatic beneficiary. Even if you engage in a spiritual marriage with the next woman, if you've been with the next woman for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it don't matter. So there's that. Hey, baby.
Hey, really quick. Her kidney went up to 46% from 43%. So
oh, Lord.
We doing good. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we good.
So to her. All everybody gives her some great prayers and some strength. That is awesome.
Most definitely.
Let's keep it moving in.
Go hug your mamas. If you got them, go hug your mama. Give your mama a call.
Most definitely.
Stop waiting until it's too late. But anywho.
And I don't understand, like, so if you want to get spiritually married and then get a trust, it's like, I don't understand what's the difference, to be honest, and saying that it's just a piece of paper. Clearly, trust on the marriage is a strong piece of paper that's there to protect your family, regardless of the fact.
So then why avoid the marriage license altogether then?
Right. If you want to say one is stronger than the other, I guess we can have a conversation about that. But regardless, you need some piece of paper to protect your family.
But this is
I agree with that.
The difference. The difference is the control.
Okay.
Explain.
Control. Well, with the trust or with the will, you are setting the terms, right? With the trust or if a will, you can just walk away and well, it'll still cost you money, but you can disenfranchise yourself from the person with no repercussions.
Okay.
With the marriage license, it is not up to the individuals. It's adjudicated by the court.
Okay. Yes, you are correct.
But if the vetting process was done, if the vetting process was done correctly, which is in alignment with God, you wouldn't have to worry about a damn things falling out the bottom when you pass. This is why all of that falls into order. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, the vetting process. You wouldn't have to worry about alimony if you chose the right person. I'm sorry, let me not say the quiet part out loud. If you did not have to worry about child support, if you just chose the right person, you wouldn't have to worry about parental court if you chose the right person. You wouldn't have to worry about, is it a possibility that I'm condemning myself to hell if you just chose the right person? Now, I know everybody may ask the question, well, how do you know if you chose the right person? If you stop asking questions and you depend on God, maybe you will have these things in your life. But we are so far removed from God that we look at ourselves when it comes to finding the answers to these questions that we have. But y'all got it.
Right. And furthermore, the same way that these men complain about child support, if y'all are so well versed in the legalities of things, you can set up how your child will be raised. It's called a parenting document before you get into a place where you're in disagreement with each other and you have to go to family court for child support. You can actually outline the care of your child from the womb to the tomb and submit that to the magistrate to be entered into record. And you won't have to worry about child support.
Do both parents got to sign it if you do it?
Absolutely, you do. Both parents would come together with a mediator. They would set up the terms of how they want each parent to be responsible for which portion of what for the children, down to extracurricular activities and everything else. And then you never have to go to family court for visitation or child support unless someone does not honor and uphold the contract that you entered into. Ask me how I know.
Yes, absolutely, you do, lady.
But but that's like all on you too, though. You know what I'm saying? Most women is not going to be level-headed like you are and be like, okay, yeah, we can do it like this. Some people want to get even, or to make you pay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the thing: men are supposed to be the leaders, so therefore, be a man and lead the woman that you're sleeping with. Before I sleep with you, we're going to create this contract. We're going to craft this document just in case that we have children, while we are in agreement, while we are in good spaces, to make sure that we have a blueprint to outline the care of our children. Just like these same men will control whether or not they go to the courthouse to get married, and they'll set up a trust or a living will or whatever. So that's on the men.
Yeah, that's right. Do it while y'all in good standing. So yeah, you get it all ironed out. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sharon and Raw G, there are outliners. Again, I hate to be the one to bring up outliners, but there are outliners, and I don't have the numbers on this, but one couple that comes to mind, and of course, there's a great outliner way outside the sphere. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They've been in a relationship for years, have kids and all that. There's not a marriage license in sight. So I would say that's a spiritual marriage, a spiritual commitment. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yes, I have a marriage license. I'm glad my wife made me do it. I'm not trying to get over nothing like that, but I just feel that there are other alternatives for you to confess and show your love to another individual without having to go get a marriage license. That's
well, see, here's the thing. After a certain amount of time in the law, cohabitation naturally resolves in marriage. So they are common law married. So when y'all are saying, go ahead, Sean, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You cook it up. Go ahead. I'm enjoying it. Go ahead.
So when y'all are like, I want to be spiritually married, I just want to have this paperwork. Guess what? If you've been with a woman,
how they sound?
I want a spiritual marriage. I just want to have this paperwork. The government still recognizes you as a married entity after a certain amount of years of you cohabitating.
I agree.
But you need that paperwork when stuff happens. If like say something going on in this health or all that stuff, you need that paperwork.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Venus.
Couple of things. I'm tired of people saying they want to be spiritual anything when ain't nothing spiritual about them. You don't believe in God. You don't even attempt to have any kind of. You don't read no Bible. You're not a part of anything. But when it's convenient, I want to have a spiritual marriage. You couldn't even tell us what spirituality was. That's number one. Like we gotta stop with that bullshit. What I really think it is when men who speak like him, it's their two things in my opinion. Either they know they don't want to truly commit to anyone, which is okay. It's your life, right? The problem is they're just not being honest about it. So it's like they want to get the benefits of a wife without making that woman a wife, right? So they'll say things like, well, I just want to avoid the piece of paper, but then they'll talk to you about a piece of paper called a trust and a will and everything else with the government and everything else, right? So somehow you don't want the government involved, but all of your alternatives involve the government, right? So we know it's bullshit when you say you don't want the government involved. You don't want to be married. So instead of just being honest with these women and saying, hey, I never want to get married, are you cool with that? They know most women may opt out, so they're going to lie and tell you, oh, no, I want a spiritual marriage. But did he never prayed with you in his life? He never read the Bible with you in his life. He never went to church with you, but now he's spiritual. Like, they're lying. I'm sorry. Just say you don't want to commit because you don't want to commit. And that's it.
Great point.
Right. And then I'm sorry, I just have to say this real quick and I'm gonna be quiet. It's whatever, man. You said that I'm the outlier that Otis is talking about. Most women aren't that civil to cooperate. So I proffer up this question to you. If most women are not that civil to cooperate and they won't abdicate to your leadership, why are you using them for recreational purposes? Why are you setting yourself up to be entangled legally with someone that's not going to cooperate with you? Because y'all don't like to wear condoms. Y'all like to shoot up the club. And the likelihood of a child emerging from you shooting up the club is very, very high. So what are y'all doing as men? We need y'all to be the leaders that you claim to be.
But raw that ass though.
Okay. So I wanted to say, did somebody mention Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell?
Yes, somebody did.
Didn't Kurt Russell have throat cancer for HPV?
Oh shit.
And Goldie Hawn is like almost 10 years older than him, by the way. Yeah, she was more known than him, so she decided not to marry him. He was a woman's man and a man's man, apparently. And so she decided not to marry him. And nothing wrong with that, but that's a bad example of a couple.
Not the throat cancer from HPV.
Yeah, that's what he was claiming. HPV, that's when they.
And we all know how you get HPV in your throat.
I thought it was Michael Douglas.
No.
Oh, was it Michael Douglas?
Yeah,
No,
Douglas.
No doctor has ever come out and verified this. Okay.
Wait, how do you get
Y'all need to
HPV?
stop.
How do you
Y'all
get
need to
HPV
stop.
in your throat? I wasn't here for that. What happened?
There's only one way to catch HPV in your throat, and it's with direct contact. It's no saliva, no juices, or anything. It had to be direct skin to skin contact. So something that have HPV on it from that skin got to touch the back of your throat for you to get HPV throat cancer.
And dudes is catching this?
Yes.
Oh, they sucking dick.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say fire for that lot?
But you didn't have to say that.
Oh, I thought Michael. Hold on. I thought Michael Douglas's argument was that, you know what I'm saying.
So wait, so you mean to tell me
that
dudes?
cancer.
You mean to tell me dudes is out here messing with women that got at least 6 inches of vaginal lips? Oh, okay. Because I haven't heard of that happening. So that means that you out here being the throat goat for your homeboy because you know his woman don't want to do it for him, and you know it's bros before hoes. So listen.
And I heard today I was having a conversation that a lot of people in MGTOW are saying that MGTOW talking points made them find their true intimate partner in a man because y'all are really just attracted to men in the first place. But yes, female condoms do exist, ladies. Y'all better use a female condom.
What is shit?
Uh-oh.
If that nigga ain't got himself together, one or two things gonna happen.
Is that Auntie Sherry?
Yes, it is.
Hey, TT Sherry, how you doing?
Hey, baby.
You all right today?
No, I've been getting, it's the holiday.
That Hendo. That Easy Jesus.
Nothing like that hand dog.
Hey, Sherry Berry, don't be cutting up today, all right? We being very civil.
Hey, Sharon, the last time Auntie Sherry cussed me all the way the hell out, I had to drop her down off my panel. She was like, "Look here, you weak ass nigga." I'm like, "God damn, what the fuck I do to you?"
I
Ain't shit to you.
I'll take
Sherry,
it back.
that's why I've been quiet since she came because she loved cursing me out. So I don't even
Also, listen,
She always cuss you out, Venus.
Also, want to let
every chance she gets.
I want to let Sin understand. No, HPV, it has to be physical contact through skin, not saliva. We had a whole deep dive about this before. Rogie was here too. She's the one that actually brought it up, and we was going back and forth with Pastor, who is a nurse and everything. We broke it all the way down. You cannot get it through saliva. Absolutely not. It's not.
So definitively.
Hold on. Wait.
So
We gotta make sure.
definitively, we can't do it through
physical contact.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Let's
you
make
can't
sure.
get
Let's
it through
make sure.
cunnilingus, right?
If we're going to talk about medical facts, we got to make sure we're not spreading misinformation because YouTube will try to flag the video for some fucking reason. HPV HPV is a sexually transmitted infection, also known as a STI, that is easily spread through skin-to-skin contact during sexual activity. HPV can be transmitted through vaginal, anal, oral, or penile sex and can be passed on even if the infected person has no symptoms. Now, we have to make sure that we are actually reading the correct medical terminology.
Where my
So
grandbaby?
HPV, it is possible to be infected with HPV without having intimacy. Prolonged contact with infected skin, such as holding hands, may cause transmission of the virus.
Back up off me, nigga.
Wait, they didn't change
So
it.
again,
They keep changing this shit.
So again, I was correct, right? It's skin to skin.
Yes.
You are partially correct.
No, it's not partially. It's skin to skin only. So it said holding hands. It ain't no damn liquid, no saliva, none of that. It has to be skin to skin, and it's fine. It's okay.
I'm not saying that you're.
So again, it's not trusting me. It's trusting the information that we gathered together and reading. It's not me that is correct. I'm just regurgitating information that I seen and read, and we all did this together.
But watch this though. Watch this though. You know how you can you know what's a preventative of HPV during sex? A condom.
Damn.
Watch this. I manage a warehouse, right? And at this warehouse, we supply one of the most basic needs that people should be using for sex, which is condoms. Do you know last month we went and we did our inventory, and guess what was the most thrown away product that we threw away?
Gloves.
Condoms.
Ah, damn.
Now, the reason
well, put them in a box and send them to me then.
Wait, Sharon, share this. I'm not playing with you. Share the screen, Sharon.
If the STI is skin to skin, condoms can't prevent it because as soon as the skin touches, right?
Right. The mons pubis will also pass along the transmission of any STI that's skin to skin contact.
What did it say?
The mons pubis.
It says HPV is not transmitted through bodily fluids such as semen and saliva. Since 7. So again, this is not Sharon being correct. This is just me having information and presenting the information, because it seems like people have a problem with me being correct about things. So it's not Sharon being correct. It's just me able to process information and give the information out. That's all I was doing. There's nothing.
But Sharon, you're not correct.
Hold on, I want to make sure, because for some reason, anytime I say something that's correct, they have an issue with it. It ain't Sharon. This is science.
Sharon, the information that you're providing and the science you're providing is not correct.
I didn't do the research.
Mike, you want to know why you're not correct?
And also, shout out to the Cash App. Hot $5 from Silent. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much. Go ahead, Mr. G.
You want to know why you're not correct?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's Sharon. That's all. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on. See how we just got away from that. Moving on.
So it's just what it is. But I don't know why that's a factor for a lot of people. But
you wouldn't have to worry about this if you wasn't out here fucking everybody and everything that move. I'm sorry. Let me not say that.
I'm just saying this.
You wouldn't have to worry about this if you wasn't out here holding everybody's hand, kissing everybody. Didn't y'all just have a conversation about intimacy before? Okay, you know what? Let me just go ahead and let y'all have it, because all y'all gonna be walking around with the bumps. Y'all gonna be having swells and boils all over your lips and everything else.
They're gonna have hand print hands and everything like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there a rush to instant gratification? What's wrong with y'all and being and just waiting on it? But
hold on a second. Sin said that someone with HPV carries the virus in their saliva or mucus. It can spread if that saliva or mucus comes into contact with an open sore or cut in their partner's mouth. Right. But this is the thing. That is oral HPV as opposed to HPV. Just like people that have herpes simplex 1 is differentiated between people that have herpes simplex 2. Also, herpes simplex 1 can become herpes simplex 2 if someone with an open cold sore gives you oral interaction on your private parts. So diseases do mutate. If we're getting into specifics of the different names of whatever these diseases are, then that's the difference. And you're right. Most people do not have oral HPV. Most people just have simply HPV.
Because what they do is they get head from the hoes, and then they go and they kiss these hoes, and then they go share a blunt with their friend, and then they go once they share that blunt with their friend, you just passed all of this shit on. So y'all just having meat to meat. Ain't it 6 degrees for separation from everybody on earth?
Yes, and Sharon, you're muted.
You're muted as hell. You was over here yelling at the mic, and you ain't even your sound wasn't even on.
I just think it's so interesting how people be trying to just like, it's just weird to me. Like they try to fight science, literally. Like, it don't have nothing to do with me at all. I did not do the research.
Science has nothing to do with sexual freedom. Haven't you figured that out yet? They want to fuck. That's all they want to do. Let them fuck.
So look. What did I say? Did I say anything? Look, they just want me to be wrong.
Getting it in your throat, right? In order for you to get it in your throat, it has to be on an appendage going in your mouth. Now that skin to skin contact could be the finger, right? Because people like to put their fingers in their butt, put fingers in the twat, or they put fingers in the mouth. So you could get it that way too.
Not even that. Most of you motherfuckers don't even wash your hands. Y'all wouldn't even wash your hands if it wasn't for that thing that we went to a couple of years ago.
Hey, listen, it is what it is.
Think about it like this. Let me ask this question before you go on, Sharon. How many of y'all touch your phone and then touch something else and then eat something? I bet you while you eating, you touching your phone. When's the last time you sanitized your damn phone? Because y'all know what most of y'all do when y'all go out to eat. Y'all take pictures of your food and you go straight from your phone to your food, and you're depending on that food. I mean, you're dependent on that fork or that spoon that you're using to be clean.
Yeah,
but yeah, you've already touched. But when you're eating fried chicken, because most people eat fried chicken with their fingers, and if you are eating fried chicken with a fork and a spoon or a fork and a knife, I'm gonna need to go ahead and get your black card right now. Go ahead, hand it in. You should not be.
Don't tell people my business. Don't tell people my business. Okay.
Well, we know
I
you
use
white.
the fork and the knife.
Yeah, we know you white. So well, I mean, we know you white. Your black card was given away a lot.
I'm glad. Since 7
Miss Jalen said, "Here go my black card."
I'm
glad. How the hell you eat fried chicken with a fork and a knife?
I'm glad since 7 was able to correct me. I was 100% wrong. Pizza. It is what it is. I appreciate
you eat pizza with a fork and a knife.
Hey, I just appreciate everybody for fact checking me. Appreciate it. It is.
Sharon, you from New York. How many people you see eating pizza with a fork and a knife?
That rarely ever happens.
Okay.
Maybe that's probably 0.1% of the time people actually eat in New York. That shit fall on the floor, they pick it up and keep on eating.
Yeah, agree with the legal.
Sharon said the conversation is good, but we taking him off his damn show.
No,
got it. So personally, yourself, just if you're talking to a guy, you're giving him some game, you would probably say, "Hey, brother, like, I don't recommend you legally get married." That would probably be a recommendation you make for a brother.
Well, no. That's not even a recommendation. I would say, hey, if you're going to go into something, you have to go in smart, right? And one, you want to know first who you're going in this contract with. Also, I would, recommend a prenup. You know what I mean? So this person isn't incentivized to divorce it. Currently, right now, we live in a society where women are pedestal.
That's crazy. Literally, a prenup is incentivizing a person to leave. That's literally what a prenup is. Because you're telling a person, if we make it to this point, you're going to get this or that or whatever it is that the prenuptial happens. You are literally saying, hey, this is what you are getting when you leave me. That's literally incentivizing.
Don't tell him that because he's high IQ.
This is crazy to me.
Now, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, somebody that doesn't understand that the prenuptial agreement sets up parameters for bonuses and incentives about children produced and everything else. I'm not saying that's incentivization. I'm not saying that having a baby outside of wedlock is not incentivization for a woman to leave your ass because of the child support. If you ain't doing nothing, she going to make you pay the child support. I'm not saying none of that. But if you believe those things are not incentivization, you might be low IQ, but you do the math.
That's insane. That's literally what Janet Jackson did. She literally played out the incentive. She literally played that out perfectly. Thanks. She waited one day after and she left.
For 500 mil.
This is crazy. As long as you give me a son and you stay with me for 5 years, you'll get this amount of money. She said, fine. She gave him the son And one day after the 5th year, she filed for divorce. Incentivized. This is crazy talk. Insane how stupid some people are. And then people want to fact check me? Ain't that a...
I tell you why all of this happens, because niggas don't want to read the laws. Niggas don't want to read.
You asking people to do something that they themselves have never put any effort into. They depend on YouTube talking points to give them the answers to their relationship goals. Reading is fundamental. And niggas do not evolve when it comes to mentality. They only evolve in talking points.
It's crazy. And again, this is not me being correct. I'm just going over the information that I learned throughout my life. And I found out that it was true. That's all I'm doing. It's not me. I'm not. Hey.
Can we talk about the optics though? Why is he dressed like this when everybody else is dressed in a formal debate?
Great point, bro, G. What is that about?
Because he asked his baby mom, his wife, his baby mom.
You mean his live-in spiritual partner?
Yes.
That's what it is. Okay. Thank you, Will. Yeah, he asked her what would be fly for him to, what she wanted to see him in the debate, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's clearly that the only thing he's missing with this outfit is the neck shells, the necklace with the shells on it.
That's funny.
Yeah. You trying to say that this man is a byproduct of carbonation?
But maybe
the word metrosexual comes to mind. But
damn, maybe this is part of his overhaul. Maybe this is part of his overhaul, because his woman be out there flipping up her shirt and showing up her she just be like
her hoo-ha and the tatas.
Right. She just be living it up. So maybe this is a part of the overhaul of what they out there promoting. He want people to go to his link, hit it, and buy the same outfit as him, because so many men want to be just like him. They want to cut their legs off, extend their legs so they could be a little bit taller, put a man unit so they could always have the perfect hairline at all times, no matter what, and have the perfect beard. I ain't never seen that one hair grow above his goddamn beard, not one time in his life.
Beijing will do that. Beijing will do that.
Excuse me.
That's all alleged, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. You do the math.
Excuse me, Sharon and Roy.
I
said something earlier that I didn't want to respond because I was trying to let it manifest. I don't want to speak too soon. But you said that if you said a prenup is an incentive for the woman to leave, and I had to sit back, even though I'm nowhere in that situation. But I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, is that really true? I'm not going to just say yes. I'm thinking of a situation. Why if that's the case, if this set there is set up for a woman to be incentivized to leave, the wife, why do some women protest the damn prenup if it was in their benefit in the first place, based on what you just said? That's why I'm trying to let that sink in. For example, another outliner, Tyrese and his ex-wife. She's protesting the hell out that prenup. If it was in her benefit, why would she? If it's for her to get out, if it's incentivizing her to leave, why is she even protesting it? Why
So
she want more.
Because it's a measure of control, right, Sharon? A prenuptial agreement, commonly known as a prenup or premarital agreement, is a legally binding contract signed by a couple before marriage, specifying how their assets, debts, and spousal support will be handled in the event of divorce or death. Now, if I'm getting married to someone, I'm not signing no goddamn prenup, because what you are doing is you are essentially setting us up for failure. Well, if it don't work out, this is what we finna do. You are going into the situation with a net negative mindset instead of operating on positivity that we are going to work and we are going to make it. You have a fail safe built in so that we can leave. And y'all not Tyrese. I'm gonna need average Joe man to stop comparing themselves to celebrity. You don't have 1/10 of Tyrese money.
But somebody brought up a prenup. The average person don't have a prenup. Who has a prenup up here?
Well, this is why we having the we having the conversation because this is one of the talking points that are utilized in the space. Well, make sure y'all get prenups. Well, don't give these women no money. Fuck these hoes. Just use these hoes for recreational purposes. Meanwhile, most of the men in this space, by evidence by their own mouths and their own testimonies on video record, do not make more than $50,000 a year. What are we doing a prenup for? So that I could pay for the credit card debt? What are we doing a prenup for? So that you could keep your damn 1994 Hyundai Accord? What are we doing a prenup for? So you could keep your Xbox and all your games? What are we doing a prenup for? So you could keep the 75-inch TV that costs $234 on a Black Friday sale? What are we doing a prenup for? So you could keep your funky clothes? What are we doing a prenup for? So we could share the rent for these apartments when we leave? What are we doing a prenup for? A lot of the talking points, y'all are talking at a income level that you are not at. You're not in that tax bracket. None of y'all be quiet.
Triggered.
By the way, my wife said, I'm sorry, Sel, but my wife said she loves Raw G as well. Okay, just let you know.
I love her too.
Just saying, you're gonna have to share her a little bit. That's all I'm saying. She said she love her too.
And look at this dude with his alien hands, his alien claws. What are we doing? What is this? He's doing this all day, right?
Perfectly manicured by his white wife. Anyway, let's go. Let's go.
Oh man, y'all like
and they are pedestalized in a way where they only prioritize how they feel, generally speaking. So there's a lot of women that 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And a lot of these divorces is because I woke up one day and he's not the guy for me. He's not the guy for me anymore. I don't like him anymore. Now, of course, there's many other reasons.
Lies. It's not that she woke up one day and said he's not the guy for me. She woke up and said this nigga ain't who it is. This nigga is not who it is who I married. This nigga is not holding to the promise of actually doing what it is that he said he was going to do. This man who I got with is not involved in this relationship anymore. This man who I got with, who courted me, who got me to submit to him, ain't really being the man no more. I am now nurturing and taking care of a grown ass child.
And these men run around saying ain't no coochie like new coochie. So they wake up every day and say they don't want the woman they with because they want something new. They want a new toy to take out the plastic.
Listen, day one coochie should be treated like new coochie every day. If your wife,
they don't know how to make coochie new every day.
Well, I'm just saying though, at the end of the day, they said that pussy says, that vagina sheds its lining once every month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if you actually participate in all day foreplay, the pussy you got yesterday is nothing like the pussy you're gonna get tomorrow. Anyway, let me go ahead and let y'all have it. I gotta get ready because y'all really not willing to be a part of that. Y'all not willing to really actually manifest into reality what it is that you could be doing to actually boost up your relationship. All you care about is how that song go, what have you done for me lately? I don't give a damn what you done for me lately. That ain't got nothing compared to what you did for me yesterday. Ain't got nothing on what compared to what I'm gonna do to you today. Now, if you cannot have a competitive love language in your relationship, maybe you in the wrong relationship.
Baby, so get off this
Otis, your wife do something nice for you today. What you gonna do for your wife tomorrow? You muted.
That's why you muted.
You muted.
I'm gonna do something for the same day, not wait till tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Hey, are you gonna outdo the love that she showed you today?
I don't like these questions. Me and my wife have a great relationship. I mean,
all I'm simply asking is
it's a good question. I heard the question, but I don't like doing it. Me and my wife, we're in a great place. We find our sex life is great. We have great communication. We communicate with other married couples. We very seldom talk to single people outside our marriage. So I mean, I don't like to. I'm hearing you though. You talk some great shit, but I'm not finna get into what me and my wife live. We good.
I'm not asking.
But y'all ask. Wait, baby, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, babe. But y'all ask women to get into specifics every day. You literally are the goal for the majority of these men, right? Because you're a married man and you've been in a long-term marriage. So there's a way for you to be respectful to your marriage and still talk about how you maintain and grow the love. In fact, you are implored and called to do so as an elder in the community and someone that is living a lifestyle that these men are trying to get. Knock it off, Otis.
No, can I please
Don't lead him down that line of truth, because guess what? When it comes down to it, he wants to gatekeep information, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Listen, Otis, don't get emotional. Don't get emotional. All I'm saying, okay, so all I'm saying is, listen. All I'm saying is, I asked you a rudimentary question. It wasn't even a clarifying question. It was a rudimentary. You don't have to put us in a box, Ron. You don't have to put us in a box. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to participate with someone who wants to gatekeep information. The thing is, it's a simple thing. If you are willing to show love to your wife, what's wrong with outdoing her or trying to one up her on her love? If she does something nice for you, you do something nice for her. You go above and beyond. That's what submission is. And don't even get me started about that, because y'all really don't want to have that conversation either, because I will knock everybody upside the head. But I asked you a simple question. If your wife does something nice for you, are you going to do something nice for her? You said yes. That's the end of it.
Yes. But let me and you're right, and you good, bro. I like these back and forths. And let me address what Ross said, because I love Ross. I love her voice and all that. The voice do something to me. Hopefully the wife didn't hear me, but it's all in fun. But it's
to hell with the wife hearing you. I heard you.
But listen, if
so we just gonna skip over that.
You know, come on, man. You already know you got a sexy wife. I mean, a sexy voice. But hear me out. In this space, and I learned the hard way, unfortunately, my dumb ass, I need to be careful, and I'm gunshot on how I express and talk about my relationships in this space, because I was naive enough and stupid enough to say something that we're not gonna go back to that. Don't even bring it up. With that being said, I do talk to individuals about our marriage, about how to keep a marriage, how to keep it open, how to let them know that, hey, you need to shut your mouth sometimes as a man and let the woman do her thing. We have these conversations with the people that want to hear it. I don't feel 100% safe in this space, which is probably my fault, to go deep like that. But I get what you're saying. But I do have these conversations off this platform in real life and talk to other individuals. I get phone calls on a regular basis. I sit down on people's tables at a regular basis, at dinner table, and all that.
Well, so watch this. I would not withhold information that some budding couple may need to hear, because it might be a benefit for them. Because you know what's easy to do? It's easy, and no women, please take no disrespect about what I'm about to say. It's easy for me to get up here and say, you bitches is hoes and y'all need to suck more dick. It's easy for me to get up here and say that. It's easy for me to get up here and say that, listen, at the end of the day, fellas, don't worry about marrying these hoes. Go out here and fuck all the hoes you want to. It's easy for me to say that, because I don't have to be held to anything. You know why? Because I sound like just every other nigga in existence that's looking to get his dick wet and not actually looking to get his life fulfilled through means of God. Now, you know what's not easy to do? What's not easy to do is to fire up a podcast, have 9 people listening to you, and actually get out here and speak loving conviction about what it is that it means to build a foundation in God's will to have a successful relationship. Because it's much easier to fire up a podcast, get up here and shit on every man, woman, and child, and get cash apps and super chats, because that's easy to do. You know why? Because people love negativity. But if you actually get up here and talk about what it means to be in a successful relationship and what it takes to maintain a successful relationship and to strive and to get to a higher plane of a relationship, no one would want to listen. So I understand what you mean by that, but I'm not here to hold my tongue for nobody. If I say that you as a man, sometimes you need to shut the hell up and you need to listen to your wife. And yes, submission comes along with that. You know why? Because if we're going to go back, it's funny how we cherry pick the Bible. But if you want to go back to the Bible, it says that he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. So if not laying down your life for your wife is not submission, what is?
Right. And So people like, oh well, how many failed relationships were had before getting into the relationship we have? Because Mr. Alignment, we may not be as distant as you think. Notice we don't be coming on our cameras like that, but mind your business though. At the end of the day, it goes something like this. And you can put me in the box for this one. We're gonna go in the box. People have talked underneath my clothes. People have talked about my children. People have talked about relationships they think I have or they think I don't have. Do you think I give two shits? Because I promise you, she does not. You have to let people talk whatever they're going to talk, because at the end of the day, if it's about telling the truth, it's about telling the truth. Sure, the pathway to getting to happiness is fraught with ill intentions. It's fraught with missteps. It's fraught with people wanting to take and twist whatever you said to whatever narrative that they need to fit and fill, because they are no further closer to happiness than they were when they started. And when they see you progressing, when they see you elevating, when they see you getting the happiness that you desire and that you want, they going to down talk you. F them. F them. Because like I said last night, the words that I speak are for those that have ears to hear and a heart to listen. Some people are simply a kapha. They don't want a solution. They don't want anything better. All they want to do is stay in the poisonous well that they are in, because if they are actually listening to sage advice, it requires for them to elevate. It requires accountability. Y'all want to hold people to accountability, but accountability starts with telling the God's honest truth. No holds barred.
Okay. Well said.
And
Everything you said, I
just came up
who is
here
that?
to say, cry baby,
It's okay. Just
Just
go ahead, Otis.
Okay. Her microphone's on max volume, so we,
Okay.
we just
Yeah,
listen
I
to what Auntie T Sherry is saying. But let's
I
continue.
got you.
cry baby.
I heard that though.
Even in the low volume, we heard
I
it.
heard that one.
And Mr. Alignment, if you were really listening to the conversation of today, we did speak on the past. The problem is what is said about today is so inflammatory, it's so jarring to you because it's not what you used to hearing, that you didn't pick up on past situations. I literally told y'all I had a divorce. So is that not talking on a failed relationship?
I guess
I'm
he would be.
confused.
I guess he would be speaking about the behavior on this app. Listen, I know how to entertain I know how to roll around in the mud when I have to. I know how to entertain the masses. But is you gonna listen? Oh, okay, Jesus, I hear you. Are you gonna listen when I'm burning down the house, or are you gonna listen when I'm standing up on the podium? Which one are you gonna listen to? Which one draws you more to the truth? Does chaos draw you more to the truth, or does the subtle sound of the wind blowing, or the rain falling, or just listening to the animals make noise at night? Is that what brings you to the truth? Most people really don't want to go through an evolution because you're too comfortable at remaining stagnant. But how can one grow if one remains in the same place?
Exactly. And Mr. Alignment, you don't have to apologize for just getting into the conversation, right? Because sometimes during these long lives, we have to revisit certain things that have been discussed previously in the live, because you're not the only one that just came into the conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we're going to be talking about things, that's another thing. Y'all have to build up fortitude. Sometimes you may have to re-explain a thing. Sometimes you may have to clarify your perspective and your position on a thing. And that's okay too. Like everybody acts like, well, I said it once and I don't have to say it again. That's because you're not really comfortable in the skin that you're in. You're not really comfortable in your failures. And your failures is what determines your success. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Are y'all getting back up, or are y'all getting knocked down and staying down? Y'all are knocked down and staying down. Y'all have a defeatist mindset. Y'all have a poverty mindset, and y'all do not want to grow. I'm be quiet though.
I'm gonna make a funny out of situation. I can do this because it involves me. Yeah, Fantastic knocked me down 3 times, and I tried to get back up, but it didn't work.
That was actually pretty good. That was pretty good.
Hey, I tried my best to get up, but it didn't work.
That was good. Especially a man that can make fun. I think that's important too, right? I think even though I know a lot of people just like skate over that, but that is an important part of being a man as well, to be able to make fun of yourself and be very comfortable with your success and your failures. Like, you got to be comfortable with both of that. That's the only way you can actually grow. So I think that is, even though I know it was a very good joke, but I don't want to just skate past the fact that that is a great testament of what a man is when he's comfortable 100% with himself. Awesome.
Because I knew my life, nor who I was as a person, didn't end on that mat. Life still continues. You see what I'm saying? And that happens even in relationships. Hell, I've been through a divorce. I've been through a very messed up divorce. But when it all came down to it, just like even in my divorce, it was a try to really put me and paint me into a negative light for the rest of my life. I found ways through God. That's the first place I went. My second was through therapy. I couldn't depend on nobody else. So after my divorce was over, I found lots of success, not just in my life, but the main thing was just in finding peace. Peace is what brought me to my happiness. I couldn't depend on the world to give me that. So even in doing so, yeah, I can lose. I can lose I can lose many fights, but that don't necessarily mean that life is over. Life is over when God says it's over, and no one knows that time frame. But y'all got it though.
Right. And Mr. Alignment, maybe you missed the memo, right? Y'all do know that after we left Houston, we was in Rocktown doing our damn thing, honey. Y'all forgot we both was a little bit MIA. I was only talking to y'all that week when I was at work, honey. Just like now. Because we was outside.
He said my ego was dead for a week. What ego? My ego was only ignited prior to the fight. Once that fight was over, that ego went back in the box. See, I had a conversation last night, and I'm glad that you playing this clip from Yada and what's that boy named Fugazi. I said last night that Fugazi wears his demon on the surface because he does not have control over his demon because he's depending on God to only give him the pieces of what it is that he needs, but he relishes in that demon's existence. I know how to tap into my demon when I need to. I know how to tap into my negativity when I need to. I don't wear my negativity on the surface. So once that ego was left on the canvas, left on the mat, left in that ring, life resumed. So me losing Fantastic, that was supposed to have a dampening effect on my life, on my relationship? No. But for someone, and I'm not talking about you, Mr. Lyman, so don't take it personal. Just don't rely on your emotions. For someone who would think that losing publicly means that you're also supposed to lose privately, that does not mean nothing. Maybe you need to learn that winning in private has nothing to do with in public. But you know, you got it though. You got it though, because my wins is private, and private is so much bigger than my losses in public.
And that's why I wanted to make sure we didn't just
Amen.
I didn't want to just gloss over what Will said and show, because it is a valuable lesson for people to express both their failures and their success. It's an important thing because a lot of men only want to show their success because they think that's what is manly man. So thank you. That was a great lesson learned.
Can I add on top of that real quick?
Yes, you can.
Thank you so much. I want to tie into what Mr. G said because I wanted to do a show about this for real because I was very impressed for real. Let's keep it real. I'm not worried about the fight, a boxing match between two men. That's cool. That's how you get your aggression out. That's cool. I don't fuck about all that. What made me open my eyes, it was like I had a big smile on my face. No, I ain't gonna lie. And I thought about my wife was the way Raw was right by his side after he was down. She didn't cower. She didn't do what I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it like most women would have done. Feel embarrassed. I ain't finna be with this nigga. Y'all that would do this motherfucker would have been. Nah, it wasn't like that. I saw the true essence of what a couple or a relationship is made of. She asked him, was he all right? He said, yeah. I saw the episode the next day, the podcast, they was talking about it. And they was right there. She was there for him. So that was one of the things I was like, hey, that's some beautiful shit. I would love to get into a ring, and even if I lose, I'm still winning.
Hold up for a second. Mr. Lyman says the energy you had on the panel prior to the fight versus after the humiliation wasn't the same. You became a philosophical church preaching words of affirmation, daily righteous living black man. But here's the thing, though. I was preaching when you wasn't listening. See, I was loud when you wasn't in the crowd. Jesus just doesn't come pass in my life and then only just leave when everything gets all right. Nah. See, the thing is, though, this is what happens. Just because you witnessed my losses don't mean that you wasn't there for my wins. Like I said, I was 12-5. You witnessed one loss. Let's talk about the 12 wins I got with the 9 knockouts. But we don't want to talk about that. because we truly we don't care about your wins. We only care about your losses because that's something that we can point to that we have confirmation of. But yet you say you believe a God, but you wasn't there when he was hung on the cross. But yet you believe in the man who's not even sitting by your side. But yet you know that air exists because God provided it. We don't have to get philosophical, but I can, because I can talk to you about Homer. I can talk to you about Pallades. I can talk to you about all of these different people who really deep dive into the human brain, but you don't want to listen to that.
So, well, let's say it's simpler than that. If you believe that, I suggest you go to Cellulite Podcast channel.
No, don't go to my channel.
No, baby. I got you, baby. I got you. Mm-hmm. I suggest y'all go look at the content that predates the fight, and then you'll see if his philosophical adages just happened because of that fight, or if that's who he always was. It's unfortunate that the baby. Let me get this out, please. I'll be quiet, please. It's unfortunate that a lot of you only got to see who he was when a fight was deployed or involved. Instead of making snap judgments, maybe what people should actually do in these spaces is get to know people for who and what they are prior to their preconceived notions. Because at the end of the day, we are all on the internet. It literally takes nothing to go back and look at the content. Or did you only see the content when he was defending his family and those that are his beloved? Or did you only see the content when they were talking about this fight and this situation, even to which someone said to him that they was going to beat him up and take his woman?
No, here's the thing. He's never witnessed my content. You know why? Because he only witnessed me on someone else's platform. Yet now here he is to give opinion about something that he was never truly involved in. See, that's the funny thing. Even if you go back and watch my content, yes, I can roast a nigga from the bottom of the devil's feet to the top of God's nose. Don't get it twisted. I'm a master at doing that shit. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Do I need to bring up my victims? But even more so, guess what? I don't need to, because even when I was doing it, you wasn't listening. So why were you not there when I was roasting niggas? Why were you not there when I was giving these preachings? You wasn't there. But now here you are because you want your voice to be heard and you need some attention just because I lost a boxing match. Here's my question. Where were you? Did you show up? Because if you didn't, then why are you talking? Now let's move on. Back to the video.
Thank you. Okay. And can I say this real quick? I'm finna piss somebody off. I'm gonna get off. And I'm not finna piss somebody off. And I shouldn't be reading the chat. But this is why I have respect for Sharon like a motherfucker, but this is why I don't really come up here that much and really say what I really want to say, because my dumb ass read the chat. I got women in here saying that that's why I always downgrade women. I ain't saying nothing that degraded a woman. And I got other people that's saying some stupid shit. The average person that's in the chat that's talking about me, especially from a woman, you don't even fucking have a man. You're not married. My wife is fucking upstairs and she's happy. We good. And every time somebody says something negative about me, it's from a fucking woman. And I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, you're not even in the damn relationship. So why are you making comments? You need to be looking at me trying to get to where I'm at. For real. Or Google.
But you gatekeeping.
Can I give a little perspective to you, Otis?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can I give a little perspective?
Hold on. Hold on, Bob. Don't get nobody out. Let let these two men talk it out real quick, because I don't know how much Skis got.
Is that Tommy Sotomayor?
No, Skis is yours. No.
He looked like Tommy.
No, he came up here licking out his tongue. He nasty. He a little nasty thing.
Go ahead. Skis is yours. You got the floor.
Yeah, I was only saying, like, pre-fight versus post-fight, we saw the energy. Well, I'm only speaking for me. I'm gonna speak singular. I ain't gonna make this collective. I saw what you was doing. You was arrogant. You was boasting, talking about you gonna knock this big 7-foot nigga down, as you should. My only thing is, after the fight, of course, Raw B is supposed to be on your side. That's your woman. She's gonna give you the additive. She's gonna love you. She's gonna nurture you. My only thing is, I saw defeat. Not just on stage, but afterwards when y'all was making the post interview or stream or whatever. You can't hide that cell. A loss is a loss, yes, but we can't say that you had the same energy you had prior to you saying you're gonna knock this big ass nigga out, to you basically being humiliated in that ring. that 12 to 5 didn't show. And I'm just a spectator. I'm just a fan of the sport. It didn't show there, and I digress.
Fair. So now, not everything that you said is true and it's right. Now what? You see how it fell? See, this is the thing. As a spectator, you're supposed to have that. As a fighter, I know that you're supposed to have that because I've been down this road. As a matter of fact, this is my 5th time being down this road. So I have no problem with you giving your opinion on the fight. So now that we got that out the way, now what? Because I can't be disappointed if I already been down this road. There's no humiliation. Now, my humiliation came in my first loss publicly. That was my humiliation. My second loss, I learned. My third loss, I learned. My fourth loss, that was because of I shot in my right hand. It was just that's just that. This was just fun. But I still know how to tap into that when I need to. So the build up to the fight, you're right. Yeah, I had a whole bunch going on. Even during the fight, I had a whole bunch going on. Once the fight was over, that fight is over. I know how to go ahead and put that demon back in the box. So now that we are here, now what? Thanks for your opinion. Now what?
How does that then get the point of it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, but it's about how many times you get up?
Right.
I'll wait.
Okay, thanks for your opinion. We appreciate you. Moving on.
So I wanted Otis just to know that, because I did see what the ladies were saying, but you did say that you didn't think a lot of women would stay when their man get knocked down. And so I guess the women are, well, I'm not guessing, but that's what they're referring to by you insinuating that women would leave their husbands, boyfriends, or significant other just because they got knocked down. I ain't gonna lie, my husband get knocked down, I'm gonna pick his ass up as best as I can, and we just gonna limp the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what most women would do, you know.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for saying that, Bomb Cherry. And let me say this to address what you just said for real quick. Now let Raw do what she gonna do. I tend to, when I make my statements and my little analogies or whatnot, I tend to go overboard. And I agree with that statement. No, the woman would not actually leave. I'm pretty sure a small percentage would. I don't know the numbers, but the majority of women would say, let me get my words accurate so I could stand on this 10 toes down. Most women would feel some type of way. No, they might not physically pack their bags and leave, but most women will feel some type of way, will have some type of thought, some type of inkling like, damn, my man just got knocked the fuck down. Damn, get your ass up. Damn, this shit is they will have some type of thought process. They will probably reevaluate who they are with. That's all I'm saying.
And I disagree with that, baby. So you saying if your wife saw you get knocked down, she gonna reevaluate being with you, or will she just realize that?
My wife not, but I'm saying situations like that happen. Not necessarily get knocked out, but a situation happened. Not life situations, and the wife left. The woman just left. I'm like, damn. To me, that was like just overboard. That's crazy to me. So I was using that analogy. And I've seen situations where, for real, not making this up, not married, but just couples. They weren't married. But I've really seen situations where they got into a fight and then the couple end up breaking up over that stupid shit. For real. I'm not making that up.
He talking about streets versus actually boxing.
No, a straight fight, a real fight. A fight, not boxing, but fight. So I know there's a difference, but I'm just saying, women do have those type of thought processes. They want their man to be strong. They want them to be their protector, even though it is a boxing element. Some women not mature enough to know that that's just a boxing element.
And then you go saying women not mature enough, that's the shots.
Some, I just say, oh.
I think the streets is different. That's a whole different ball game, man.
And I agree.
Can I say one piece real quick? To that part. Greetings to everybody. Respect to you all. I would say more than a man losing a fight, what I have seen out here in these streets is women can't stand a scary ass nigga. They don't want to be with the dude that don't want to put hands up in the first place. The only way to get knocked down is because you actually went for it. Right? So, I mean, that's just what I see. It's more so a nigga that's scared to put his hands up in the first place. A nigga that like do a bunch of big pump faking. Then if something go down, you cowering down. The fact is that if you've been out here long enough, dog, you gonna look. I probably altogether 10 fights. I probably got like a 6-4 record. But the fact is that the ones that I won, people know, like, he got that. You see? So I digress. My mic is muted. I think it's more the scary niggas than the nigga who lost.
Exactly. And I mean, not for nothing, y'all are talking from the perspective of being in the street. Y'all are not really sportsmen, right? Y'all have never actually been in competition sports. Seeing a man lose at a boxing match is no different than seeing your man lose a game of basketball, seeing your man lose a bowling league match, seeing your man lose a pool tournament, seeing your man lose sitting at the poker table. Like, let's be for freaking real. Like,
And
I
watching
promise.
on the Monopoly table. Don't forget that, bro.
Right. And the Monopoly table. That's right. But y'all make sure y'all join us for Monopoly Mondays, where we don't just play Monopoly, we talk our ish too. But here's the thing. A lot of y'all don't have respect of your women, period. So that would be the last vestige that you have for her to hold on. Maybe he can protect me. But I can promise you this, on God, on me. Don't none of y'all want to see that man outside of a boxing ring. A boxing ring, a boxing fight has rules and parameters under which you have to maintain, because that's the authority of the governing body and the event that you in. But in a street fight, how many of y'all think y'all really got it?
You die. You die.
Jesus Christ, TT Sherry. Jesus Christ. Now that we got all of the violence talk out the way, we back to the video.
Look, KK, see, KK called it out. KK called it out. See, chaotic is right too. So is a gentleman. And most of y'all don't got athletic ability.
They look gay at me.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Gay men that want to hug on each other.
Lord Jesus.
All right, Sherry.
And
Tell him, Sherry.
all of these other type of things that's involved in to why the woman initiates the divorce. But if you actually look at it, which I've studied it, it's a lot of it is because it's feelings.
And Yada, what is your opinion on this?
Man,
Is
first, I want to say, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, strengthen me, allow God to speak and the devil to be quiet. Praises. Let me do this. I want to speak to the Red Pill Society for a moment. I really want to speak to these brothers because I understand that a lot of you men are hurt. Like a lot of you men are hurt. I was in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
And when I started to exit from this woman,
What happened?
this woman told everybody. I beat
Everybody?
on her, right? I was facing 44 years
Goddamn, what
in
kind of asshole
prison.
is that?
The internet ran with it. They ran with it. They didn't need no documents. All they need is she filed for these things, and that was the proof for them.
Damn, that's crazy.
44 years. They told me to plead to 15.
What?
15 years.
What kind of ass
for something I did not do because a woman said I did something because she told me if she couldn't have me, she'd rather me be dead.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
So I have every reason to say, man, marriage, it's just not for me.
I agree.
Women, I just can't trust.
I agree.
Mind you,
What else?
I'm facing 44 years in prison.
That's crazy.
My wife,
Yeah.
that I have, was pregnant at the time.
Damn.
I fall into a state of being a complete alcoholic.
I could understand that.
Drunk. I turned drunk. I'm losing my mind. Literally falling apart. Mental breakdown after mental breakdown after mental breakdown.
3 of them?
Fall into a deep state of depression.
Damn, 3 mental breakdowns?
My wife comes in the room.
What
Bro,
happened?
I have some scissors to my
What
neck.
you just gonna do with those
I'm
scissors?
like, it's over with. It's over with. Everything I'm cursing God. God, you ain't nothing. You're not real. You don't exist. Because why would you do this to me? Everything I've been through, this is how I'm going out.
Right.
And I'm not afraid to be incarcerated.
Okay.
I'm a man wherever you place me. Wherever you place me, I'm standing how I stand.
Okay.
Period. And those that know.
Standing tall.
But this is how I go out.
Hey, Sharon.
Yeah.
44 years, pleaded 15.
Real quick. What was the name of that group you did backup for back in the day?
What you talking about?
Your ad libs is off the chain, my nigga. Ad libs off the chain.
What you mean? I was just
who you wish around?
I'm just saying I was engaged. I was 30 engaged in the conversation. I thought I was on mute this whole time.
Nah, you wasn't, my nigga.
Nah, you wasn't. You wasn't on mute this whole time.
My bad. I did not know.
See, you're the worst person in the world to watch TV or a movie with, because you'll be asking questions, talking to the damn TV. Like,
Sharon want to stop and rewind shit. Watch this part right here, nigga. Let the shit play.
Smitty
No.
P, listen, the answer to your question was the Migos. He was the fourth Migos. They just got him out the group early. Back when he cut the dreads and then he had to lead the group because they all needed to have dreads. They had to have the same look.
Terrible.
And don't, Sharon, and don't even listen to them. Don't mute yourself, because the ad-libs was hilarious. I was over here laughing my ass off.
He was the hype man of the year.
Facts.
I had no idea y'all could actually hear me. My bad. Sometimes I forget to mute.
Motherfucker, you did that on purpose. First, I thought you was having a conversation with Auntie Sherry, and I was like, Auntie Sherry.
For the record, who is Auntie Sherry talking to? She's been talking for a while.
No, she's talking at Max Volume. We all hear her. She's at Max Volume. Oh, to shut the hell up.
Into a complete alcoholic. My wife comes in. My wife, the beautiful one you see me posting all the time. She see me at my lowest. My lowest. Says this to my neck. She comes in. What are you doing? I push her. She runs to the neighbors for help. To help me.
She ran to
somebody.
Neighbors.
Help this man. Guess what my neighbors do?
What they helped you?
They clip it for 15 minutes of
Oh,
fame.
hell no.
Wow.
And says he beat her. There's no documents. There's no police records. There's nothing. So I have every reason to dislike women, especially women that look like me, because these were black women.
Shit. What you mean look like you though? That's kind of crazy. But go ahead.
Black women. Mentally falling apart.
Damn.
I'm talking about, you followed me for how long, brother?
About 5 years now.
Did you see all that stuff that's going online? No. Y'all is a woman beater. Y'all is a woman beater. Y'all is a woman beater. Why? I was facing 44 years, plea down to 15. But look at Yada.
What happened? Let me look at you.
Look at Yada.
I'm looking.
Where's the guilty at?
I don't know.
No one cared. So Red Pill, I can understand why y'all frustrated. I've been there. I've been attacked by a woman that said she loved me.
Okay.
Told me if she couldn't have me, she'd rather me be dead. I understand.
That sounds like love. Death do us part, goddamn, that's love.
But when I sit across from men like him with no substance, and it comes to relationships and marriage, he comes from a place of fear. Yeah. We have to understand when it comes to marriage, it's deeper than a piece of paper.
Talk to him.
We're talking about being ordained by God, and a lot of men suffer from divorce because no one has properly told them how to choose a woman.
Tell them. Tell
if a man knows how to choose a woman, he does not have to worry about divorce. Me, when that woman was giving me 44 years to say I beat her, I chose that woman.
You damn sure you did. You like that?
They can go online right now and will not see no response about anything she said. There's no video ever of me speaking bad about this woman because I take full responsibility for what goes on in my life. That's what men do. So when you step into marriage and you have to doubt the woman that you're with, you've already lost.
You lost.
You've already lost.
How they do?
I believe every man that's following the will of the Most High God. Because if I'm not mistaken, God says when you find a wife, you find a good thing. Am I mistaken? When you find a wife, not shack up with a woman.
Say it again.
Not have a babies by a woman and not claim her. Right. But when you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Talk your shit.
That's why you have to stop following men like this.
Absolutely.
He's a shack up man.
Damn.
He shacks up with women. And I know for a fact, he was raised in a single parent household.
Oh, hell no. Nah.
He's never seen his mother properly loved.
Oh, no. Nah.
This isn't a man. This is a devil in physical form. Brother, what's your name?
Damn.
What's your name, brother? 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 I'm talking about the demon in you. Not cool, the demon in you. The demon.
Sharon, I swear to God, you are worse. I will never go to the movie theater with you. We're gonna get kicked out the damn movie. Listen, Sharon is the type of nigga y'all pay to go to a damn movie premiere. If you going to watch the new Avengers, and this nigga Sharon won't shut the hell up, and you just trying to hear the dialogue.
He'll tell you the storyline and all that.
Right, he be in a damn movie theater shouting at the damn projector screen. Rewind back, go back 2 seconds, like nigga.
But the way he said, "Say your name, demon." Oh my goodness!
Yeah, because he wasn't talking. He wasn't talking to. He was talking to the ego. That's who he was truly talking to.
What's your name, demon? Say your name.
Okay, I was waiting for him to say blah. Okay, because child. It's the exorcism of Emily Rose.
And listen, I give y'all this. He know how to turn up. He was ready for that. That opening statement, he was 100% ready. To flip it on his head and say that you came from this single parent household and what's
That's
your
right,
name,
Auntie Sherry.
demon?
Cuss his ass out.
Yo, Cooley did not see that what's your name demon coming at all. Neither did I. I kind of sensed it, but that was hilarious. What's your name, demon? That is my God.
That's right, Auntie.
Right there.
That's right, Auntie Sherry. Cuss his ass out. He ain't listening. Cuss him out again.
Oh my God.
Yell at him.
If I was it, I ain't gonna lie, Mr. J. If I was it, I'm like, get that nigga Yoda. I'd have been grabbing his shirt. Yo! I'd have been grabbing his shirt like, bro, chill. What's wrong with you? Leave that man alone. That's why I'd have been screaming. I'd have been screaming, leave him alone. What's up, OG? Man, okay.
You're not gonna catch a super chat. You're not gonna catch a super chat.
Man, that demon part was absolutely hilarious. God damn, that was good. All right, so let's get to it. Tezzy K, undisciplined men is all I see. Sheesh. Burnout Jack, Dusty Rizzlers, and a broke boy. This is Omni's fault. That's all I'm saying. I'm out.
I agree. It's all Omni fault.
Fuck y'all.
These men gotta eat or they're gonna starve. They're gonna break bread or fake dead. Period. God damn, y'all better.
Sugar Bum for $4.99 says, F that. We back to the basics. These men gonna eat or they gonna starve. They're gonna break bread or fake dead. Period. Go to the next one.
What did I say?
You being all dramatic with it. Let's get through it. Tezza K for $2 says, in the Bible, obey the laws of the land. Come on now. Next one.
Yeah, I know about that.
Genesis I Am with the $1.99 says for Pastor Raw G Reach. Next. Tezza K again for $2 says, laughing my ass off. A trust is a scapegoat. Dang. Next. Chicago Really with the $5 says, Sharon with these damn Flavor Flav ad libs. Yeah, boy. Okay. Tootie Bug with the $4.99 sent the stupid sticker. Thank you, Tootie Bug. And Chicago Really again says, for $5 says, Sharon with Tay Rock battle rat ad libs. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, he thought he was back on stage. Let's go.
Man, you was over here being so bossy. Don't be being bossy.
They don't like to hear me on my own show.
It's 1:30. It's 1:30. It's 1:32. I got somewhere to be in about 30 minutes. So let's get through this.
Yeah, you got one more, Mr. Boss Man.
Chicago Really with $5 says, y'all are talking to that nigga. So what's your name, demon? Yeah. You got it. Because you got to recognize. All right now, Sherry. That's right. Cuss his ass out. Tell that demon he ain't welcome here. Just say, nigga, get your black ass out of here. Tell him again, Sherry Berry.
Let's so hard. Sherry still with us?
Yes, she is.
Sherry is at max volume. God damn it. Oh,
y'all know y'all hear Sherry.
Right. Why y'all acting like y'all can't hear Sherry? Her mic is louder than everybody else's on the damn panel. That's why we
You've been hearing her the whole time.
Dang.
Ooh, Sherry Berry.
Oh, my bad. Don says, dang, Sel, you can't read Sharon. My bad. So Sharon. They call you Sharon.
Lord. Oh, wrong. Okay.
Yeah, wrong layout.
Demon in you. What's your name? The demon in you.
You don't know my name. You have
Before
emotionalism. You are a woman.
Oh,
I'm
praise
speaking
be
to
to
a
Mo-
woman across
There
the
we
table
go.
right
That's
now.
the
You're a
devil
woman.
showing. That's the demon showing. What's your
you
name?
started with the ad
What's your
hominem, talking
name?
about
What's your
no
name?
substance.
What's your name,
This
demon?
guy's a
What's your
female
name?
across the table.
What's your name, demon?
You're a
What's your
female.
name, demon?
You spoke
It's
only
gonna come.
feelings.
This is hilarious to me.
Yeah,
So, y'all wasn't telling me to hold on? Or that was the actual
No,
video?
that was so that
That was
happened
the
last
video.
night. That happened last night. We was reviewing the video, and what's the guy name in the brown coat? He said, "Hold on," and Raw was like, "Baby, you said hold on." No, that was not me. I did not say hold on.
Right, I was so confused. I was like, "Wait, where?"
Oh, so it happened twice there. Let's keep it going. Maybe I should.
It's coming. Guys. It's coming.
One second.
It's coming.
You're weak men.
All
Community. So you have this mindset where you hear certain content and then you just put everyone in a box.
Okay.
That's not how it goes.
How it goes then?
The thing is this, my brother. The red pill, that concept is just based off of truth. When they asked me the question, I spoke truth. I did not speak how I feel. You're a woman, and you're going to get this work now. You are a female. I'm looking at across this table in your eyes. You spoke nothing but feelings. You spoke about, your situation and that you're a victim and that, and you still married the woman. Great for you, my friend. Okay. Great for you. They asked me a question and I answered it. I never said I was against marriage or anything like that. I answered it properly and said, I'm against the marriage in modernity times. Pre-modernity, it was great because women wasn't really working. They were that incentivization for a woman, it was needed. Currently, right now, there's no need for it.
That's a lie as well. Even if you go back in the Bible, Ruth was working. Even if you go and you want to predate, I believe that the age was 1754 BC. I believe that's what it was. Yeah. So this is not pre-modernity, nothing. This is just bullshit talking points to try to justify why it is that women should not work.
Absolutely. And also they worked in the fields with them, they worked in the farms, even when they was hunter-gatherers, who was the gatherer? Like it's so many examples of women working side by side with their man.
Will, Sharon, y'all got it wrong, dude. All this shit is new. These hoes hoeing, these women working. All this shit new.
If that's the case,
women only started, you know what I'm saying, being promiscuous because of OnlyFans and COVID.
What's the oldest profession? What's the oldest profession known to man?
Prostitution. Mary Magdalene was a prostitute.
Right. And they called her a working woman, right?
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing.
Mary Magdalene was making money selling that box, right?
Damn.
Yes, she was.
Okay, cool.
But here's the thing. He said to Yada, you a woman now, so you gonna get this work. So you only give work to women?
Great point.
No, you picked that up.
Because we're seeing what happened when we're seeing what happened when another content creator from the space went up there and gave him that work. He didn't have nothing to say. He was stumbling all over his words. He didn't know what to say.
Hell, when Priscilla went up there and she's a natural born woman. She gave him that work and he ranted out. And I'm tired of you red pillars, right? You red pillars are using a pill theology from the movie known as The Matrix. Well, the Wachowski brothers are now the Wachowski sisters. So in all actuality, The Matrix was a love letter to the transgender community for them to choose to live in their truth.
Don't say the quiet part out loud. We just talked about that a couple months ago, baby. You can't tell them that. Listen to that.
The last movie was a love letter to the transgender community. The first 3 movies were an idea that was grifted and stolen from a black woman. Anyway,
hold on. Hold on. So you telling me the last woman was actually old to the T community?
What? Yes.
Yes.
That is the choice of the red pill and the blue pill. Let's really break it down for what it is, right? Blue is a constant specification to the male gender. Red is a delineation of pink, which is constantly representative of the feminine. It's a movie that's an ode to duality.
So why do you think that at the end of the last movie, who had the power? Trinity or Neo?
Trinity.
I'm gone, man. This shit is
Ding,
crazy.
ding, 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 ding. See what happened there?
Yeah,
And
Neo couldn't even
according
fly without Trinity holding Trinity's hand.
There you go.
and Trinity was the one that actually made Neo become the one.
Correct.
She said, "Wake up,
So
Neo.
you need to go back. You need to go
Wake
back
up."
and watch the movie.
And then the last one, Trinity is the one.
Correct.
Did y'all see the last one?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we're talking about right now.
referring to.
They say that Trinity
Yeah.
said, yeah, they saying exactly what you said.
Trinity was the one from the beginning, because in the first one it was Trinity that died, right? But Neo had to go plug in to reset the world. So it was her sacrifice. We ain't going to get into the Christ figure outline, and we ain't going to get into the duality of the nature of God, because they are synergistic amongst each other, right? They feed off of each other's energy. It's literally the yin and the yang. So when we had these red pill theorists, they really women on the inside. And according to Sid, the red pill was a trans medicine in the 80s. I'm gonna be quiet though.
You already know. Hold on. You already know one relationship broke up
I tell
because
them all the time, it's the
estrogen.
estrogen pill. It's either, hey, listen, that red pill's either an estrogen pill or it's a cholesterol pill. One of the two.
I don't know why you re-quoting things that Auntie Sherry said. Come on now, don't be doing that. Y'all better get these gems that Sherry Berry is dropping.
This is crazy. I definitely find it interesting though that so many men is so easily tricked and fooled to men like Myron, this dude David Cooley, and so on and so forth. This whole this Black MAGA situation that's going on, like it is weird to me. I ain't never seen men so influenced as much as I see it now.
What do you mean?
You be going through.
It is not. It's not a great deal of, or at least it doesn't seem like it's a great deal of men, at least on the internet, that have a mind of their own and willing to actually challenge thoughts.
Don't you know that hearts and minds is the basis behind all armies? If all I have to do is sell you a dream, and I mean, even if you look back to the Templars, see, let me not let y'all know I know a little bit too much about anything. All I do is play video games. What was the Templar? What was the soldiers of the Templar army told before they went into battle?
I have no idea what they say.
Okay, so they was told that they would be forgiven of all of their sins prior to them going into a battle. You know, to pillage, grape, destroy, render flesh, right? But all that preacher had to do was to get up there and tell them, all your sins will be absolved. You're not God. You as a man who are put into a position to now influence hearts and minds to go out and to mutilate and to grape children. On what level or degree does that say anywhere that sin will be absolved by God? See, hearts and minds is a strong thing. If all I have to do is influence you to do a thing, you'll do it. All you got to do is believe it, even if it's wrong.
Yep.
So this is nothing new.
That's why I always say when it comes to let's say religion, your spirituality, whatever you want to word it as, you know, at least in my belief system, what it really comes down to is intentions. You becoming a pastor, are you doing it because you truly want to lead people in a way in which you see is righteous and the right way? Or are you doing it because you know you can get the best parking spot, the new Jag, and you can have all of the single women in the church be on you? So it's all about your intentions and where the heart lies, because only God knows what's in the breast of men. I digress. My mic is muted.
I didn't mean to disrespect you, son.
You're not disrespecting Auntie Sherry. You're not disrespecting nobody. Keep on dropping them gems. We're gonna keep on listening.
What is Auntie Sherry?
There's no need for marriage.
You can't even dispute
There's no
my point.
there's no
That is
need
not
for
what I
marriage.
said.
What'd you say?
I said currently, right now, there is no need for the incentivation for women to be
There we go.
incentivized to leave the marriage.
There we
They
go.
are incentivized to leave the marriage. Would you sign? And now I'm gonna pose the question to you: would you sign a contract? You seem like a businessman. You're wearing a suit. Would you sign a contract that the other party is incentivized to break it?
Brother,
Answer it, yes or no.
Brother,
Don't give me your feelings.
Like you said, I am a businessman, a great businessman. And I understand that family is the first business.
Bars.
I'm speaking, brother.
That's a bar.
You're shaking your head
You
already.
ain't answer the question,
You're talking about
bro.
feminine traits. Shaking
You
your
ain't
head
answer the
already.
question.
You're shaking your head
No,
already.
females
Bro, I'm
avoid
speaking.
questions.
I'm speaking, brother. I'm speaking.
Yes or no?
You're showing feminine traits again. I listened to you. I did not cut you off. Not once. Not
Man,
once.
he looking directly.
Control the
Rob.
panties, please.
Hey,
Control
hey,
the
bro.
panties.
Hey, bro.
Woo.
Yada has to remember that Cooley will cut women off. So when he says you're a woman, he
Damn.
then says to himself, I now have the right to cut you off. That was all a play make right there. It was in the making. Rock out.
Damn. So
But
what
this
about,
is the
what about when Cooley cut off Fatty? What you saying there?
get out of there. Get out of there.
Don't
Get out
do
of
that.
there.
Hold on. No. You saying what about Fatty? See, the thing is, Cooley cannot argue points. So even when Fatty was knocking him upside the head, he couldn't argue Fatty points. But you look at how he treated Princella. And though I'm not a Princella supporter, you look at how he treated Princella. See, what Cooley wants instant gratification. Hence why it is that he wants the answer now. He don't want a long diatribe. But he feels just because he had the anatomical makeup of what a male is, he feels that he needs all of the room to speak. When you are existing in a debate, even if a person takes an hour and a half to argue their point, if you can answer the points that they have brought up, even within a span of 10 minutes, then you can win that debate. But you're not that great of a debater. Oh,
Well, here's the she living her best life.
so it's not that he's saying it's not that he's seeing Fatty as a woman. He just see anything that is not agreeable to him as feminine.
Gotcha.
But this is the thing.
I don't know what they talking about, bro. G. I ain't saying nothing messy. Go ahead, bro. G.
No, you did not. You didn't say nothing messy. You asked a valid question.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't messy. It was just muddy.
yeah, but see, y'all bringing attention to it. Y'all highlighting it. Y'all don't even know how to let things, you know what I'm saying, be on the logo under the radar. But he said you a businessman because you got on a suit. So that's all that tells you about his mindset. It's all about the optics. As long as you look away, then you are. He looks like he's a man that has his shit together, so he must be. What that tells me is that he is inherently flawed and he does not have his things together at all. Because Yada made me a successful businessman. I'm not in his books, I'm not in his business, and I'm not going to assume that he's a businessman just because he has on a suit. Otis could put on a suit today. He ain't no businessman that I know of, but that ain't my business though. No slight to you, Otis. I just use you as a frame of reference. Yeah, so you know that's what it is to these red pill tea sippers in these spaces. Y'all want to look apart and argue, really, even six figures. It's a point in this debate which we're coming up on where he's going to talk about Cooley making 6 figures a year as opposed to Yada who's makes 6 figures a month. Are you really as high value as you think you are? If you make 6 figures but you don't have $50,000 in savings, are you really doing anything major? If we factor in inflation, I think not. But I'm be quiet though.
Bars. Absolutely.
Yes, Auntie Sherry, you can sing your song. We all listen.
Is he okay?
We all hear it.
Okay.
We all hear her singing her song. Y'all better stop trying to downplay her performance. Stop it.
God damn it. We already know.
Come on,
Control
let
guys.
Ninja Turtle over here talking about control the panties. I'm about to get Master Splinter in here to correct you, brother. Chill out, man. You sound silly.
Who's Master?
Go ahead, Yada. Brother, again, family is the first business.
I agree.
If I'm stepping into a business to make money and I don't think the business partner I'm with is beneficial to me, I will not do business with that person.
Okay.
Do you understand? Oh, the demon showing
You
again.
didn't. You didn't
The
answer
demon.
the
I
question.
just told you.
You didn't answer the
Family
question.
is the first
Family is
business.
So you
if
will
I
sign a
have to
contract.
question, marriage is a contract, brother.
But
marriage
that
is a
business,
contract.
They are incentivized.
Marriage
Your wife
is
right
a
now, she's
contract.
incentivized to
Marriage,
leave you.
marriage is
She'll
a
get half.
contract, brother. If my woman left me, she deserves more than half.
Ooh,
That's
great,
my
but she's
woman.
still incentivized.
Again, if I'm stepping into a relationship based off fear, I have no business being in a relationship. Feminine traits. Control yourself, brother.
Not feminine traits
Control
at all.
yourself, brother.
So you mean to tell me what is
Oh,
marriage? Marriage is from the biblical perspective, right? So that means that let's just take it back. Let's just take it back even further than pre-modernity, right? So at the end of the day, marriage is a covenant between the man, the woman, and God. There weren't any contracts that was made to incentivize women to leave the man
my God.
during when marriage was when marriage first came about. There wasn't anything like this.
Badly.
So I'm not.
You might as well
against
go to
marriage.
the
I
next
think you still don't
question because
understand my
he
point. And I'm
goes
not
this
saying
circle
not to get
jerk
into
for
marriage
this whole
because of
topic.
fear. I'm just stating what's true.
Dating advice.
Okay.
No, they're not qualified. I don't care how much a scientist reads a book, it doesn't make him a professor. He can't go to college and say, hey, I'm about to teach because no, you're not qualified. You have to have the experience. And this is something that only God can give an individual. When it comes to loving a woman, the ups and downs, the left, the right, the falling apart, the getting back together, the mental breakdowns, the coming back together in peace, love, and divine understanding. Only a person that's been through something real can speak on that. You have to be qualified. Qualified, and this is the word I need you guys to understand. Qualified. If a man is speaking on relationships and he's not married to a woman, he knows nothing about marriage life, he has no business speaking on relationships at all.
Okay.
Strong statement right there.
That
Strong
is a
statement
very
right there.
strong state. That is a very strong statement. I think to say that you can't have
Good people, excuse me for 1 second. I have to get ready to go. So y'all have y'all a good conversation. Enjoy my time being up here. Baby, I will talk to you in a little bit. Y'all holla at y'all. Appreciate you having me, Sharon. By Otis, by Miss Bombcherry. Take it easy. Tiff, Omni, Smitty, and Auntie Sherry. Keep on giving them that work. Salute to y'all in the chat. I'll holla at y'all later.
Peace. Love you. Bye-bye, baby.
I think it is a difficult conversation. It depends on that single man. So if a single man was have his wife tragically pass away, I don't think that man cannot give advice because he is now single. So I think it is a nuance to it. However, the problem is most of the time when we are talking about single men, we are not talking about experienced relationship men. And I think that's why that the waters get a little muddy.
But that man is not single. He's a widower.
Right.
So it's a difference between being a widower or even a man that was married and has had a divorce, as opposed to a man that has never walked down that path.
That part. And we had this conversation before a few months ago on this show. It was a great topic, and you are standing on your square. You're saying the same thing. I believe, and if you remember what I said, I don't believe a man who's not married or to even get, no. We had this conversation. I don't believe that. They need to talk to other married men and other married couples. That's what I feel for real. There might be outliners, but.
Yeah, and I think that's the real problem with the conversation, that yes, it's going to have a few outliers out there that is single that can have a decent conversation about relationship. However, for the majority sense, they're not going to be able to really speak to committing to somebody, dealing with the ups and downs of the commitment, having the so-called ball and chain in your mind, first of all, because a lot of people don't even have a conversation about that. When you first get married, some people have that issue of being locked down. This is why a lot of people use certain words. They feel like they actually locked down. They feel like they are now suffocating. They feel like they don't have no identity no more. This something happens within the first 2 or 3 years of a lot of marriages. This is why I believe that some marriages where people are with each other for 10 years and then they get married, then the second year by the second time they are officially married, that's where they get divorced, because it's something about the mentality that changed within you. You feel like you are suppressed as a human being. I think we need to speak about that a lot, and I think a single man can really understand that.
Can I say something, Sharon? I would say this is just my own personal observation. What I see take place a lot of times these days is we have such, I guess you can say, a for self individualized lifestyle and headspace that when we finally do get with someone, that's why I believe, like, for example, these long distance relationships is such a big deal now. Because back in the day, you really wanted to be with somebody closer in your area. I believe a lot of people do like me. I'm in a long distance relationship, but that's not the reason why I got in it. But there are a lot of people that get into these relationships like that because it's the way it's a way of being able to be in a relationship, but still kind of be and live exactly how you live and never have to adjust. So I'm not trying to be long-winded. My point is that I believe that we get so accustomed to living on our own, doing our own thing, that when we finally do decide to get with somebody, it's hard for people to adjust their living lifestyles and what they do because you've been doing your own thing for so long. Now you got to kind of switch that a little bit. I may like to smoke in the house. If I get with a chick that don't, I got to now switch that. I now got to switch a lot of things I do to accommodate you. And I believe a lot of people are not in the head and heart space to step outside of themselves, to extend themselves for the benefit of the long-term relationship. I digress. My mic is muted.
Smitty, how far of a distance is this long distance?
It's not that far. It's probably about 5 hours. It's just like ain't that far.
That's far. That's far enough for sure.
I mean, not for us though, bro. We make that shit happen.
Absolutely.
I find it interesting when people say that long distance relationship sounds like two grown people playing to them, but they can't make relationships work in the same city.
Wow. Yeah, nah. Good shit, bro. Good shit on that one too. But I mean, I'm saying as far as but see, that's the thing. Even down to like the relationships not working in the same city. I believe sometimes in some cases that's why people do try to like get the like. Now I don't mind if I'm in Carolina, he's in Atlanta, and all of that. When you hear on like these Kendra shows and everything else, I hear a lot of it. I don't mind him being states and states away, and that's not a bad thing because wherever you find your love is where you find it, right? I found mine states away, and I wasn't looking for it though. That's the thing. It just clicked. But my point is that I do see that like people like the failed relationships in their neighborhood is why they extend because it's almost like the person that moves because they done burnt out where they from. So you got to kind of move on. It's like, man, I done dated almost everybody where I'm from, or I done tried this and tried that, and they I guess maybe want a fresh start. Like when somebody moves somewhere and they're like, yo, don't nobody know me here type shit. I mean,
right. He like the hoe who can only get a man out of her city because she fucked all the men here.
Right.
That happens.
Has a horrible
with the guys.
Right, has a horrible reputation. Oh, don't deal with him because he got 50 million chicks coming in and out of his house, like his house is the trap house. But it'll be the one or two of them that's married, right? But how many of them are not? How many of them can't keep a woman past 2 weeks? Let's keep it a stack real quick. But people be talking the most, but they want to go back to pre-modernity, right? In pre-modernity, your wife could live in a whole other country. Or did you forget about Alexander the Great and the Trojan War?
That's fact.
So if y'all can't stand 5 hours traveling for a relationship, what would you do if you had to go across the 7 seas? What would you do if you had to ride a horse or walk by foot? See, we're not thinking logically. We're just talking talk.
That's right, Raw. That's right. What about that message in the bottle?
I'm just saying real quick. What about women that would actually man the lighthouse? The widow's walk inside of a lighthouse because the woman would walk back and forth across that walkway searching for her husband as he went to conquer territories and he was over the seas. Did you not think that was long distance? We're not going to talk about Marcus Aurelius's wife that was the queen.
That's a great one. That's the one I was thinking about the most. Go ahead, bro. That's the one I was thinking about.
While Marcus Aurelius went on campaigns and conquered most of Eastern Europe. We're not going to talk about Genghis Khan and his wife. His wife was taken over by a rival tribe, and he came back after being enslaved and held across several territories to get his wife. And then he came back and he unified all of Mongolia. Now that's real long distance. We ain't going to talk about that. See, y'all want to have a pre-modern era, but y'all not willing to put in none of the work that them pre-modern men did. So y'all really should shut up.
On top of that, everybody that you name went to war. These niggas ain't built for war like that. But
absolutely, great point.
Right now it's times done changed. Fuck all that bullshit. So when y'all talking about modern women, times done changed. Fuck all that bullshit that y'all talk about. Now that we all admit that we're on bullshit, everybody shut the fuck up.
Facts. Omni, I would say this. Forget war, bro. People keep talking about we're not ready for war. Look, most niggas don't even have 9 to 5 work ethic. Most niggas can't hold regular ass warehouse jobs. You talking about sword, shields, and guns? Please, sir, no. Let's not go that far. Let's crawl before we walk.
Right. We talk about people that don't have a family crest because their fathers and their mothers don't have any legacy to leave them. We're talking about people that cannot maintain or handle an arranged marriage if they had to because they don't even want to be married, period. We're talking about men that have no dowry to offer their wives. They can't even afford to get a $150 ring from Walmart unless they get in donations from a crowd. Let me shut up.
The marriage
It could be at least 160 from Walmart. It's 160 inflation, goddamn.
Doesn't make it much better, but
damn.
And I think that when we had the conversation, that's where Tony Gaskin stood last time we had the convo. Go ahead. I want you to
drop that poll in the chat, by the way, too.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Paul. We should have been dropping polls this whole time.
Tripping.
But go ahead. Cooley, what's your thoughts on that, man? Should single men be able to give dating advice?
Yeah, what he just said was he spoke from feelings. He actually didn't think about what he just said. So let's just extrapolate this out. Can an unmarried person give dating advice? Sure, they can give dating advice. Why not? Right? Then he says some things. He says, well, you can't give dating advice if you're not married because you don't have the experience. So let me ask you a question.
Of course.
If someone that's been in a relationship, a long-term relationship, and it's a good one, that man protects and provides for his woman, that woman follows his lead, it's a great relationship that they have. Okay. They have 20 years together, but they just never signed that paper, right? Never signed that paper. Versus someone that just got married for a year. They only been dating for 6 months prior to, and they got married. Who do you think is more qualified to give dating advice? Who do you think is more qualified to give dating advice? The newlywed or the person with all of the experience?
Wow.
The person with all the experience.
Okay,
that's
so what
not,
you
that's
just
not,
said was a lie. It is
Let
a
me
lie.
finish again. See, it's effeminate traits again. You
Wow.
ask me a question. As soon as I start to answer the question, he cut
Hey,
me off
pause
in
that
mid-sentence.
real quick.
Cut me off.
Not while he's still speaking, and you thought you had a win. You try to say, that's a long time. What?
That's exactly what happened. He's like, yes, I finally got him.
I hate people that do that.
But
Oh,
I just
my
have to figure out.
it's the gotcha moment. It's the gotcha moment.
That's exactly what he thought he had.
But what is it about this thing where, like, again, you know, it fascinates me how I hear more people get online and speak about how my way is the way, as opposed to teaching and guiding people to figure out what their own way would be. What works for you? Whoever you're with, I say it all the time. Like, I don't listen to shit nobody got to say about me or anything else in these spaces. The fact is, what I have going on with my beautiful black queen is something that we work out as the way we work it out. Right? I may get a little tip or a hint here and there from somebody, but what Raw and Cell got going, I'm certain they do not listen to nothing y'all gotta say. Sharon, I'm sure you and your wife, y'all don't listen to nothing nobody gotta say. What y'all got going on works for your household. Your lights are on. I see a cat trumpet in the background playing, Christmas lights. Apparently, shit seems to be going just fine. Why can't you just leave folks alone? There we go. Why can't folks leave people alone about this? Why people got to be like, you not a man, you not this, you not a woman, that you doing it the wrong way? And it's like, why don't you just shut up and fix your shit?
That part.
Because the cheddar breeds jealousy. What you mean? When people see you happy, they're going to be jealous.
I can't stand it, bro. When you talked about on the live the other day, when you responded to me, when you was like, yeah, Smitty, you don't be up here going on it because you are happy. Yes, that is a real thing. When you got joy in your life, I don't have time to be going on the men. I don't have time to be going on the women. I just come up, I speak my piece, and I roll out and I enjoy my holidays.
Right, but even when you can call out both equally, then that's a problem too. Oh, you're right in the fence. You're not choosing a side. Who said I had to choose a side?
You got a gang squad up. You're not allowed to independently think for yourself. You must be a follower. You must be a follower.
Must be high school mentality.
I was just trying to say this, but you know, some of these guys say leadership but can barely take care of themselves. Leader, it seems.
You're right. You're right. Right.
Hey, Young, your microphone, you might need to drop it, come back. Your microphone is
Okay.
But we heard you. We heard you. Just it's just a little bit. But you know, there's This is high school rhetoric. This is a high school ideology and thought process.
Oh, God, explain that. What you mean?
Because everybody wants to be part of the in crowd.
Yes, I said it before. Damn right. Everybody treats this shit like the people I notice. This is the place where those who didn't make valedictorian in high school, they can do it over again here. Those who didn't go to prom in high school, they can do it over again here. Those who wasn't part of the in crowd in high school, they can do. This is their second chance 30, 40 years later to finally be that 11th grader they always wanted to be. And that's the saddest part about it. That's why I say it's arrested development. Bandit in a
Those that didn't get laid in high school and was put in the friend zone.
Damn.
Those that wanted to be popular, it's all about their popularity. That's what the clicks and views are. It's a popularity contest. It's a dick measuring contest. Hold on. You're right. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna ask if my sound is good though. What I was gonna say is some of these guys can barely take care of themselves.
It obviously works.
Wait, what?
Nothing. You going? Keep going. You good?
I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Young.
Okay, so what I was saying is some of these guys say they're a leader, but they can barely take care of themselves, and they say, "Oh, I'm a leader, and you should follow me." They can barely take care of themselves. Leader, it seems.
Awesome.
Yeah, and also the terms modern and traditional, those terms have changed every generation though. So when they say modern and traditional, which modern, which traditional? When you say that, because everyone has a different definition though. So when you say it, which one?
Okay.
Right. But this is the thing. Go ahead. I didn't even do that. Here's the thing. Those of us that were actually popular in school, those of us that are actually popular in real life, right? These is just, what up, MJ? These is just simply conversations. It ain't that deep. We're not out here selling our soul. If it takes off, if it goes viral, cool. If it don't take off and it's chilling, cool. Like, because even if you're doing good, people will want to shit on your popularity and say you buying views and say you doing this, that, and the third. All it really does is it talks about what it is that they're doing, because what people don't realize, what you talk about is what you're willing to do. This is the things that y'all are saying is not a thought to other people for the most part. I'll be quiet though.
Man, you spit a bar right there.
Facts. And the thing is, we got to remember too, the reason why most people will attract and gravitate to those who honestly have more of the messy, the degenerate, and everything is because it's a reflection of them. Period. You like to see that shit because it reminds you that your life ain't that damn bad. You don't want to hear nobody's good story. Nah,
Checkmate.
Because it's going to make you think about yourself. You don't want to do that. That's scary to you. You can't step in that realm. Bandits in the building.
Whew.
Checkmate.
Oh man, that is and that's why I believe that like even when I just hear people say, yeah, most people are liars out here. I'm like, you're not really talking about you're talking about yourself. Like you say, I don't believe nobody. Why? What is going on in your life that you don't believe nobody? You think everybody's lying? You think everybody's deceiving? That's most likely. I would say at least at an 85% clip, they are speaking about their own character, in my opinion.
Most women is hoes because that's what you're dating. You dating hoes.
Right.
Lying though. Okay, some of them came from.
Right, because like if you are speaking about you saying people are liars and all these they buying view and buying and doing all these deceitful things without any actually reference or anything to substantiate, I know it must be you because you did it at one point, or you still doing it, or maybe you're the person that actually sent the bots to the person, because clearly that goes around in these spaces too. So this way you could try to validate your point of saying that person got bots. So you buy it, let their numbers go up, and then now you're telling like, oh, they bought the bots. It's crazy.
Listen, all I know is there's a lot of things. There is no honesty or loyalty in a den of thieves. This space is a den of thieves.
But it's cleaning up. Today we did really good today. Barely we did really good today. So I think it's cleaning up. That's why I packed my bags yesterday.
I see MJ told you pack your bags. Listen,
that's right. I can listen to it. I listen to a woman when it's time to. Goddamn shit. I have no discrimination. When good advice is good, you got to take it.
Listen, I believe this. You know, if like-minded people start involving themselves with like-minded people, there are billions of people that use this app every single day. In these spaces, these views, I don't give a damn how well you're doing in this space. It's literally the ass end of views on YouTube.
At this point, absolutely.
Big facts.
I've been seeing people they drop a video, it be 1 hour later they got 100,000 views. I'm like, this is crazy.
Bro, I
Talk
see
about
people
it.
that don't even do lives or panels. You know, the most successful shows, and I've been thinking about this too. I'm gravitating in this way. I'm gonna get back into my talents and hobbies. But I see a lot of people, they just do little stuff like make a little do-it-yourself terrarium. You got like 1 point something million, and they don't talk to no damn body. And yes, they have happy marriages. They're living their best life and everything. And I notice, yes, over here, that's why, I try my best to kind of steer a little bit from the whole DMP conversation too much, because it's like I notice over here, and I contribute to it too, that we talk about it so much, but it's so much failure on this side of the ones who talk about it the most. It's the weirdest shit. And everybody got some shit to say out their mouth. Everybody want to talk about everybody. Everybody wants to say some shit, and they don't. None of us know each other. None of us know each other.
I know your ass.
So let's be very honest. Let's be very honest.
It's weird.
Pre-recorded videos do the best on this platform. Also, videos that have good replay value, that are based on timeless principles. These conversations on live panels is just, it's chilling at the club. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. What's the replay value? And this is no shade because I participate in some, and I've been doing longer videos now, but what is the true replay? Who the fuck is sitting back watching a 4-hour video? Nobody.
Right. Folks may go to it to skip to the juicy part that they saw in a cut to get a little before and after of that. I've done it myself, but that is an absolute fact. Absolute fact. Even down to us knowing that the average person, I mean, that's why shorts do so good. Most people, they really not trying to do that. But nah, I was on to something.
Shout out to Sis 7. I ain't gonna lie, she do actually rewatch it or watch it on after, because she always talking to me. We always talking on after the show. We always arguing after the show, and she like, at this part, Sharon, I hated your black ass. I'm like, God damn, Sis 7, what I do to you?
Right. And you will, let me be clear, you will have loyal followers that will watch the entirety of your show, right? But new viewers are not going to watch the entirety. They're just going to watch the highlights. And there's little tricks that people can do with the longer videos. I'll tell Sharon in the back chat. I'll tell a couple content creators in the back chat. But if you got a forever long stream, there has to be a draw to pull people in. And phone aside, the modern woman does not have Satan as a daddy. In all actuality, modern women are the daughters of Lilith. Hey, the good pussy, how you doing, girl? How you doing,
man?
That
is crazy when you hear somebody say it.
First of all, y'all better go over there and subscribe to the good pussy. The good pussy be putting good. No, serious, that ass. Stop it. She be putting good opportunities. Or no, for real, she put good opportunities on her community tab. That's a very beautiful girl, and her live streams are very entertaining. I have sat in the clouds and watched and laughed and got my life. Y'all go subscribe to her.
I think this I think it's
everybody subscribes to good pussy.
Can you read this, young Riaz? Can you say this? young Riaz.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Can you read this?
The good pussy.
Stop it.
Hey, good pussy.
Good. All right, we went from a scholarly debate to being 12-year-olds again. God,
because y'all so silly.
That's wrong.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm soft spoken, so it is what it is to me.
Oh, she said it's pussycat. Nobody ever says the emoji. Jizz.
That part.
Oh man.
Don't leave off the cat.
I love that young Riyadh said the good pussy. That was just absolutely phenomenal for me.
I can't. I cannot.
Yeah.
Why Sherry? Why Sherry just left like that? Y'all was getting on her nerve. But okay, let's get to this video, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all petty.
Great. All right, let's get back into it.
Up in mid-sentence.
You answered it though.
Please control your emotions.
Please.
You're leading men.
Listen.
You're leading men.
I asked you
Men
a question.
watch you.
I
Control
asked
your
you a question
emotions.
and you answered it. It's still
Listen,
my turn to give a
bro.
full
You
rebuttal.
asked me a question,
You
and then
answered
you
it.
cut me off in mid-sentence.
You just said yes. The more
Hey,
qualified person.
family, I want to show you again. This is a boy trapped in a grown man's body.
This dude is 5'2" talking about someone
and here we go again. And here we go again. And here we go again. And here we go again.
Midget Matt over
Here
here.
we go again.
Here we go, fellas. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it.
Can I finish answering the question, please?
Yeah. Let me get y'all's context behind
This
that.
guy
What was your
got his
context?
suit from a daycare.
Matter of fact, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Okay, cool. So what I was
Females first.
expounding on. So what I was expounding on, that question itself makes no
That's some
sense.
small
That
ass
question
pants for a
itself makes
goddamn
no sense.
6'4"
Well, the
person.
answer would be, like I said, yeah, sure. Someone that's unmarried can give dating
That's why I don't
advice.
think he
He
really
said they
6'4".
can't give dating advice. Then I just checked his logic, right? And then he said, oh, well, if they have enough experience, but they're not married, they can give dating advice. So which one is it?
Again,
But that's not what he said because you interrupted.
I'm finished now.
Are you done?
Absolutely. I think what I think is, what up, Drip? Good day, sir. How you feeling today?
Yo, what up, chat?
What I think is that a lot of these men, they really believe that they are way more intelligent than what they are. I don't know why, but they really believe that they are intelligent, even though they have no proof of their intelligence. And it's weird to me when you hear them talk and they try to redirect the question. You think people really don't see you for what you are? We see you, bro. We hear you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, true intelligence knows you are always a student of life. If you are not constantly learning something, that means your brain is dead.
Whoa.
Yeah. Unfortunately, based on what you said, though, Sharon, most men do feel that way. They feel like they are the most smartest one in the room until they are put back in their place. Now, it's done certain ways to be put back in your place, but most men feel that way. They have that arrogance about themselves until they step into a room and they hear someone else speak or whatnot. They realize subconsciously, oh, this is real deal. Oh, shit, I need to be quiet. I'm out of my element right here. It takes a real man to admit that, but we all feel like we be the shit until we, again, into a room and realize, oh, we not. It happens.
And speaking about, I want to, Roger, before I pass, I want to pass it on to men that should not be giving advice to single man in the room. Welcome to the Drip Show.
Your ass shouldn't be giving advice to nobody, goddammit, but that's a whole other story. Shout out to the gang, shout out to Raw G, shout out to everybody, shout out to everybody.
Peace to you, man.
Hey, Drip.
But y'all know I don't believe none of this bullshit. Cause in the real time, in the real world, a lot of these talking points don't even come up. I've never heard none of the shit that y'all talking about on here, body counts and talking about women wigs and shit. Like how in the hell a man gonna tell a woman how to be a woman? That shit don't make no sense. Never believed it. I come from a grandma, a single mom, and all that bullshit y'all be talking about. And I doubt a nigga disrespect me about a single mom. And you do. But at the end of the day, I ain't never struggled. None of that type of shit. Not that I remember. I went to private school, paid tuition, all kind of shit. But my mom was a successful woman. Like she was a postmaster for like 40 years. So she was on her shit. Like, so all this other shit that people get up here and talk about, I just don't believe because it be married people up here arguing by singles. How in the hell you gonna give me some information about some shit that you ain't even been through or you ain't even dealing with right now? The child support shit. Niggas don't even have kids, but they want to run down the show with the child support. Bro, shut the fuck up. I ain't got kids. So on my show, I'm quiet about that shit. I let the other people cook because I'm not authorized to get them conversations. And I understand that. And like everybody tell you, oh, Drip, be quiet. He don't be talking because I don't want to get in them conversations because they all fucked up. I can't tell no woman about her goddamn pee. And shout out to Scope Mysterious in the goddamn chat. Good pussy, I see you. But like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell them when to put a tampon on, bro. That's not. I'm not gonna cheat no woman. all this old check your women. You see some degenerate behavior, you better go check her. Nigga, get your ass shot in Houston. Boy, you crazy. Boy, these women carry guns. Shit, nah, I ain't checking shit. Do your thing, boo, and you through. I ain't got time.
Bar. Yeah. Okay, your microphone is a little bit low, Drip.
My bad. Am I loud now?
Yeah, you go. Yeah, now you sound good.
And I need y'all ninjas to stop complaining about child support when the average child support payment is $445 a month. That
No, it's
amounts
not.
to like 110. Oh, I'm sorry, 536.
Raw, it's 245 in Houston. My partner ain't got a job, but that nigga paid
No, we're
247.
She said average.
we're talking about average.
Okay. My bad. But my partner paid 247 and he's a hoe ass nigga. And I can tell y'all this because the nigga is a degenerate, but that's my partner. It is what it is. But he pride on that shit. Oh, I ain't gonna get no job. Bro, your kid out here, you want to see your baby, but you don't want to go get a job. What type of what type of response you think you gonna get from that?
Question, Drip. Question, Drip. No, I just want to ask you because I've actually ended whole relationships with dudes off of the fact that they don't take care of their kids.
Come on.
So I just want to ask you, like, what redeeming qualities does your homeboy have that you continue this relationship with him?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, just a partner that really came from the mud with me, and he a good dude, but he put himself in a situation where he stuck his shit in something that he wasn't supposed to be sticking, or he didn't take too serious, and she kept the baby on him, and now he all upset, and I'm like, bro, she don't know you. How y'all gonna have a relationship and she don't know you? But he just a cool, I mean, on the other side, he cool, but on that side, it's just a whole shit show.
So a cool dude who don't take care of his kids, who don't care if they eat.
He a cool dude, meaning like he my partner from the mud. His mistakes don't make me treat him no different. He know he fucked up. That ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? I tell him all the time, hey bro, you out here complaining about your kid, but you don't want to get a job to show your baby mama that you can do something. So what type of response are you trying to get?
What about birds of a feather?
Oh, never me, cause I'm a shit. Nigga call me an eagle, a goddamn bald eagle, motherfucker. The fuck? I'm sorry. I ain't got time. I ain't even got kids, Sharon. And you know that, so I ain't got time. Like my mom and them don't even believe in abortion. I wish I would. We ain't never believed that shit.
So
never.
But what does it say that if y'all came up out the mud, but he's still in the mud and you done got yourself clean?
That nigga is in the mud with his shit and he gonna stay right there. As far as other than that, like I don't go to him for goddamn advice. I don't go for him for none of that. Why you trying to spin this shit? But I'm gonna spin it back on your ass 360 because I'm quicker than the average bear. So you got to come a little bit more slick in this range and actually wake up a little bit more earlier because that nigga is a degenerate. He my partner. And that is what it is. Y'all act like y'all ain't got partners that's fucked up. Stop the cap.
Thank you for saying that. I'm sure we're seeing where this is going to. You
Stop the cap.
Be around them and don't get muddy. Stop it.
No. So
stop the fucking cap, bro.
No, there's a difference between I know some people that I went to school with, they messed up, but they ain't my partners.
Man, come on,
I know
bro.
them,
You got to
but
stop
they ain't
this
my
shit.
friends. I know them, but they ain't coming to my house. I know them.
I didn't say the nigga come to my house. I just said he was a partner.
So what's your definition of partner? So maybe that's where the confusion.
Somebody who I've been knowing this nigga since the 3rd grade. And that's where it is. The nigga made a mistake, and that it is what it is, Sharon. Let's start there. Like, if you gonna try to spin it, how many baby mamas you got?
That nigga make a mistake every day.
All right. Hey, that's not my business, Barn. That's not my business, Barn. That's not my business.
But the conversation is not about how many baby mothers got. The conversation.
I'm just saying he made a bad mistake though, Sharon. That's not my fault. Like everybody tell him that.
But it's not the fact that he made a bad mistake. The fact is that he's not taking care of his mistake.
And Sharon, you're absolutely right. And bro, we get on this nigga every time we see him. Like, bro, you be whining and complaining about, man, she don't want to let me see my little girl, bro. My nigga, if you not doing nothing to contribute, bro, you don't even want to get a job to even show the woman that you can even take care of a child.
Yeah, like about the woman, you know.
So what type of response you trying to get from the woman if you're not doing your job, bro? Like I tell them all the time, bro, you're not doing nothing toward you go get little cash jobs and little side contract jobs just so you can keep your money from a child that needs you, bro. It ain't about you and this woman, it's about the child. So we tell a nigga every day, like, bro, you fucked up behind this shit, bro. Like, you gonna be always miserable and in a whole nother mindset because you worried about your little girl. You worried about your little girl coming to find you when she get older, but you don't want to go get no funk ass job to get his girl some money. Now, you didn't went to court now, and bro, they gave you a payment of $245 with no job. and you don't want to pay that. So yes, Sharon, he's a fucking degenerate, but he my partner from the mud. Not that I kick it with the nigga on the daily, not that we go eat shrimp and lobster, none of that. I know the nigga, so it is what it is. But
because like so I don't look at somebody that I just know and I see on passing as my partner.
oh, okay. Well, in Texas, like partner is just somebody that you know. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like I go hang out with the nigga, go like I say, go eat and chill and goddamn bowl. No, it's just a nigga who I know for sure. He having a problem with his kids, like.
See, and that's why we gotta sometimes mind our conversations because the whole time you thought I was trying to spin something, but
no, I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I'm just trying. No, but still, even if because people don't understand that sometimes even though we could go at each other and have our little inside jokes and I be always teasing you, that doesn't mean the audience don't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So
that's why we got to just mind our conversations sometimes, just even if.
So let me ask you this: how would you handle a friend then? Let's not say a partner. Let's say a friend that actually has this type of violation going on. How would you handle it?
If I had a conversation with him and we all come to the conclusion that you're supposed to take care of your responsibilities and he still don't, then I ain't gonna be my friend for very long.
So you wouldn't deal with him at all?
No.
Oh wow. Of course.
Likewise. And before I actually cut off my guy, that was my guy and no longer is, I actually pulled food out of my fridge to feed his kids.
Right.
Yeah, see, I ain't never went that far. Omni. So I see where you're going with it. I definitely see why you would do what you do. That's okay, gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, and so also I had relationships with people that everybody was close, and I still stay very close to the children, but I don't talk to the dude. So I went through that as well.
Okay, well, let me just say just a friend then. You know what I'm saying? You know, friends I know from way back. I know his situation because every time we see him, he always got the same rent. So yeah, I can accept that. I can clear it up.
I would say to that, like, because I got a couple homies like that and shit. And what it is that, you know, when you on a certain trajectory and when you shift gears in your life, it's not about like necessarily leaving people behind, although it can seem like that. It's more so about if I was to stay around them and hanging around them, that shit gonna leak off onto me. I'm never really gonna truly push myself and continue to grow because I'm around people that don't grow themselves. So now we all stagnant, you see? And stagnant water smells very sewery. And I like to hear flowing river. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. So last
I agree with you, Smitty.
Yeah. So I don't hang out with them as much. Right. But I will say because I got home, but I know him since the second grade myself. I'm 42. And if he was to hit me, I am there for
like 50.
Nah. I'll be 54 next month. My birthday just passed in November. I'll be 54 next month.
Happy belated birthday, bro.
Kind of skip it. Absolutely. But nah, long story landed, bro. If my homie was to hit me, I mean, to some degrees or whatever, some effects, I'll be there for him depending on how he sounds and don't just sound like a drug habit move or if he's really intentional. But other than that, nah, bro, just you do have to separate yourself to make sure you keep growing because you have to be somebody for somebody.
Absolutely.
No, understood.
And also we done hit the half an hour mark. Nobody wanted to show no goddamn love and support. So Claudette, since you came late, you get to have the last word, ma'am. Damn.
She said, "Oh hell no, you ain't gonna rest that on my shoulders. You ain't gonna do that to me, Ricky Bobby."
Nigga want me to close out the show.
Yeah, they want raw.
Well, let me quietly skate up out of here while telling you I'm doing that. I digress. My mic is muted.
Bob Cherry.
I had a great conversation with everybody up here. Bye bye.
Where's Diva?
She's chilling. She's busy right now. Omni, any last words?
Pretty much the same as Bomb. It was a pretty good build, pretty good show. It was great when like minds come together. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm out. Great show, Sharon.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, the Drip Show.
Man, Sharon, you already know it's love of the club, bro. I am Sharon's official internet bodyguard. And you through, it will be no Sharon slander nowhere. And I stand on that. I've proven it. Nah, fuck with it. But nah, man, shout out to Raw G, Raw B, the whole nine, man. Shout out to Sil. Y'all already know what time it is with y'all, man. Shout out to Bomb, everybody, the chat panel, SBG, Omni, Sharon. You already know what time it is, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. OtisWho.
Great show, sir. I definitely appreciate you. You know the play. Shout out to the panel. We had a great conversation. Thank you. And I'm still afraid of PH Diva for a great reason. And I'm going to try to come back up when she comes up, and I'm still scared. So I'm glad to come up and have a whole day with you today.
Sherry Berry.
Go first.
I know, Sherry Berry. Go ahead. You get a chance to speak your mind. Go ahead, baby girl.
Okay, my last man is Jesus said, "Fuck you, bitch."
Jesus.
Lord, I came at the right time. Shit. First of all, Raw G, you done cooked, grilled, baked, fried, barbecue, all that. I love your talking points. The Drip Show, you done dropped the mic. Thank you too. Sharon, this video today is very informative. I love you. Thank y'all. I've learned a lot from y'all. And I guess I came at a later date. So, later time. So I'll catch you in another live. Love
Miss
y'all.
Lynette, love you too.
Yes,
Come on
ma'am.
over and subscribe. Come on over and subscribe. I'll always be cooking over there.
Yeah,
man, you done cook, bake, fry, saute that.
I'm talking about filet.
We still got over 120 in the building, so drop the link just in case for people that don't know. Drop y'all links. Y'all have wrenches for a reason. Anybody,
Hey, Sharon, I'll see you tomorrow.
Please, you gotta be able to promote yourself. I do not feel any ill will for anybody dropping at least. That's why you got a wrench.
Right.
If I feel you're doing something crazy, I'll take it away. I have no problem with it. So,
Sharon, I will give you revenue tomorrow. I love you. So be expecting your cash app, Raw G, I gotta look out for you too, sis. I got to. I've been in your lives before, but I love y'all. Like your video so informative, and I love what the Drip Show said. The Drip done dropped the mic again. Thank y'all. Y'all the shit. Y'all for real. All right, y'all. Peace.
Go ahead, Raw G, take us out of here with your final thoughts.
Listen, to men and ladies, yes, you might get friend zoned. This is part of the course when it comes to dating. Stop being so dramatic. Stop having such a doomsday mindset. Relationships work sometimes and sometimes they don't. But I can promise you, you will fail to hit 100% of the balls that you don't swing at. Swing, take your shot. You might knock one out the park, but if you scared, then say you scared. But just stop crying about it. Stop fear mongering on social media. Understand, if you have an unprotected sex, there's a higher probability that you will catch an STI. Those STIs are known as children. Okay, and y'all don't want to pay for them children, so stop effing wrong.
Call notes. 18 years.
Not saying you're gonna catch a virus of children.